his reputation shattered. His pride takes the fall, the chuffer man dealt the final blow. Now all in Alan's just a memory, don't you know?
Well, he's not just a memory now, is he? He's back. He's back and he's bad. Well, he will be bad. Angry Alan on the Jay Slater case. Jay Slater found Jay Slater found why AD didn't cover it. Tonight, live tonight, sold out. Very chill. Listen, I'm going to be very chill. I'm in a very relaxed, chill mood tonight, actually. Just had one of my mates round. He's off away on holidays, of all things. So had a good chat and chill with my mate. And then I saw that Alan had put... so I've had to say to him, I'm going to set up the stream. You can stay here and chill. Just chill. And he's like, oh, I'm getting off. I'm like, oh... All right, Angry Alan's taken precedence over my social life. But honestly, he had to go back and have his tea anyway. But Angry Alan is on. My life is not relevant. That's not the entertainment tonight. Angry Alan is on, so you'll be watching some Angry Alan. That's what you'll be doing. And he's going to talk about the Jay Slater case. Hi, I should have done this. Hi, I'm Scott. I'm Super Chuffer. It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your right ear. This is your left ear. I don't know if that... Anyway, look, hi, it's me. It's in mono, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the issues with 1, 2, check. Anyway, look, the hi, it's midnight, it's always midnight, and that. You're above my head. You're in chat, you're above my head. There's all you. Big ups Missy Mel. Big ups Missy Mel. Shout out Shu. Shout out Shu. The setup is that he's going to be boring, okay? Like, he hasn't covered the thing. We predict, my prediction, I haven't even got the background music on, hang on. My prediction is that Angry Alan is going to play a lot of the news, maybe some other people's TikToks, maybe steal a lot of ideas from TikTok. You know, give you a sort of overview, an Alan overview of the damn case. And that's going to be drab and it's going to be boring. The bit at the start where he talks, I'll watch a bit of that. Maybe a bit at the end where he talks, maybe if he gets eggy, but the bits where he puts on the news... You know, the bits where he puts on the news. Oh, and after all of that, after all the news and the playing of other people's content, or like, there's a lot of them stealing their ideas from TikTok. Alan's the worst for it. Once he's done that, he will then say it's a police cover-up, won't he? It's a cover-up. It's all a cover-up. They're doing a cover-up. And so, me personally, I don't have much energy today for covering the Jay Slater case myself. Yeah, I don't have any energy for that. I don't have a lot of energy for Alan either, but I know that this is sort of my duty. Like, I kind of know it's my duty, so like, here I am, basically. But I think we should have something in the background. I think we should have something else to watch that's more fun, if this turns out to be drab and nonsense. So those things will be Ida Tracura's TikTok, maybe. A bit of Down the Rapids, maybe. Like, he's done a few videos. I haven't really covered them on this channel, have I? I did a little look at them on YouTube, sorry, on Twitch, but we can cover some Down the Rapids. You know, that's Jay Slater adjacent, isn't it? So we'll do that. We'll have a look at Down the Rapids' latest videos, because I predict that this is going to get really fucking boring on Alan's stream. But you know, I'm here to do my bit. I'm here to do my bit. How are you? How are you all? It's been a bit of a funny weekend, hasn't it? It's been a bit of a... This is like Nutter Watch in the week now. Just like a random weekly Nutter Watch. It's been a bit of a funny week. Thanks, Hobbs. I got a disconnect, reconnect. Hobbs has had an update. I got a disconnect, reconnect. What was I going to say? Yeah, so he's going to be on in 3 minutes. So that does give us enough time to start off with... actually, I'm listening to these songs in the background. Oh, that's alright, isn't it? Those songs will be fine in the background. Are you alright with the background sound? Can you hear it enough? Not enough? Can I talk over it enough? Is that alright? So before Alan comes on... oh, that's Kim Kardashian having a drink. Go on then, Down the Rapids. Let's catch up. Let's catch up with Down the Rapids. The last time we looked, he was wandering up the full mountain. Do you remember? Since then, 2 days have happened. Jay Slater has been found. And I will be critiquing the day of him finding Jace. Not him finding him, sorry, we didn't, of course he didn't. The day that he was found. But we'll lead up to it, you know, we'll move along to it. So first of all, we've got midnight disturbance in the village.
So it's 2:30 in the morning, and
in the morning, like Frank Spencer, it's 2:30 in the morning. It's 2:30 in the morning. I've woken up, it's 2:30 in the morning. It's dark, obviously. My phone can't show you anything.
The massacre is absolutely silent. Yeah, I've been woken up, guys. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but something has definitely disturbed the goats.
The goats. So, what's likely to have disturbed goats up a mountain at 2 in the morning? A predator, probably. Some sort of nighttime predator animal skulking about, and then the dogs will bark, and that's the system.
Which has set off all the dogs in the area, and that is just so loud. So loud.
I mean, you've been walking around there at night time, haven't you? And when you go walking around at night time, aside from that one little dog that attacks you in the evening, there's not all dogs barking. You've shown us other videos of you literally walking around at night time. You walking around doesn't disturb the dogs, but I would think they would be like quite like, you know, with livestock dogs. There's that wildlife there. Most people who work on a farm would know this. I know.
Is that loud?
Or I'd been near a farm. I don't work on a farm. What do I know?
But it's actually woken me up and got me out of bed. Not quite sure what it is. Now, I have been walking around myself at strange times. Sometimes at like 1 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes 2 a.m.
I haven't watched this one yet, so I didn't know he was going to say that.
But I try not to do it because this is what happens. It
Oh, it does happen?
literally wakes up the entire village.
Does it? Because you've never recorded any of it. The only time I've seen you walking around later, there's been no dogs barking in the background. And apparently now you're skulking around at 2 in the morning all the time. Like, what a weird thing that he said there. I didn't know he was going to say that.
So noisy, guys. I do genuinely wonder what has set off all the animals.
Well, why don't you just ask the people of Masca what happens when all the animals get set off at night time? Tenerife Mountains, predator animals. There's lizards, skinks, geckos. Obviously, they're not. Rock pigeon. It's not a rock pigeon, is it? That's not set them off. Aren't there any like foxes or anything like that, or anything? You know. Aren't there any? Like what I mean is, what could disturb the goats in the night? Because if you had chickens or goats in the UK and something disturbed them in the night, you'd think it was a fox, wouldn't you, or something like that? Or it could just literally be people walking around. Big ups, Missy Mel. Thank you for the massive super chat. Wow. Wait, let's get the buttons out. Thank you for the massive super chat.
Where's Nancy? Where do I want it? Where is Nancy anyway?
Where's Nancy?
Wow. Please don't go too overboard. Thank you, though. Thank you. I forgot to put the coffee thing on the screen as well. Let's put that. If you want your thing read out, like if you want to get more value for your monies, and you want your thing read out, then it's on this one. But thank you. That's incredible. Thank you. That's like, you are always really generous, and that's incredibly generous. So thank you. Pedro.
Where's Nancy? Where do I want it?
Where's Nancy?
Where is Nancy anyway?
Let's get some nicer buttons out.
Follow ladies. I want ladies. Super ladies. 하나, 둘, 셋.
Ah, he's going to be back. Is he back yet? No, he's late for his own show again. Oh, what about this one? Look, I did this one. He's late for his own show again. Look. Picard, look. Do you remember when he wears that top and he looks like Picard? Look, there he is. Now he's on the Starship Enterprise and it's all happening in his head. Oh, I like that one. He's not there yet. He's not here yet. It's late for his own show. So I predict that he's going to use a load of other people's content, TikTok, videos, and I predict... Oh, here he is. Boom.
Well, she wouldn't think it's the same country. It was only a tiny island, right? And that's got Mount Taylor. It's got snow on it. Oh, yeah. Snow on it. I've been to the top of Mount Taylor.
Did I miss something?
I've not climbed it. I'm not that good. And
we're in. No messing about the start.
Here, it's just...
I think obviously we missed something because the way it just starts. Like, I bet when it finishes and we can skip through it, there'll be something at the start that we missed. But
that part of the island, as far as the story,
it's kind of sat in the dark today, isn't he?
Reporters that don't know anything about it. There's a brief outline.
Oh yeah, I've seen the Pedro video. We'll watch that.
To the body in the search for
Here we
missing
go.
teenager
See,
Jay Slater. Detectives had so far been all but silent on the case.
Like, I said this. I do wonder sometimes if people don't just listen to me when I'm streaming on Twitch, because I said that I was planning to do a video where I do a sort of overall summing up of the case. You know, most people can, they will, and I think it's obvious to do it, I suppose. So he might not have stolen my idea there, but the fact that he's just going to literally like play the news. Here it is, Jay Slater. Everyone knows all this. Everyone's followed it that's followed it. No one needs this. This is waste of everyone's time. So, yeah, I'm going back. Like, he's not there on his own stream again, is he? Like, he's not even present on his own stream. He's just sat there watching the news. So, thank God we've got something else to watch. Yeah, carry on. Paul Arnott.
This morning.
I wanted to just get a feel on this, though. In Tenerife, are there any animals that would wake up the goats? You know, there are many wild goats as well, so maybe that could happen. Snakes, skinks, geckos, maybe. What would kill a goat on Tenerife? Should I do that? What would kill a goat on Tenerife? I don't know. Goat warning, look. Forest fires, endangered animals. 8 common goat predators. Not specific to Tenerife, though. Coyotes, foxes, wolves, bobcats, mountain lions, bears, eagles, dogs. I don't think they're going to have mountain lions. They might have foxes on Tenerife, might they? This is fun for me. I'm learning something. Are you having fun, or is this awful? Are you in chat going to tell me? What do you think about chat? What do you think? You tell me whether you think there's what could disturb a goat. Big ups, it's Deb here. Big ups, Deb. Deborah, I want to have a talk to you on either Discord or emails. I don't know if I've asked you to email me before and I've forgotten and I've missed it. But something you said to me about one of your readings, I did some research and I found something that corroborates what you said in one of the comments. I won't get more specific than that, but we need to talk. You said something in a comment about a different case. We all know, you and I know what we're talking about. And, you said it'd come in one of your things. I can give you information, I can type the links, but I can't talk about it on the internet. I just need to talk to you about it. So either make sure you get on our Discord if you're not already on our Discord, or send me an email if you haven't already, and I'll put my email address in chat now. It's an actual lead. Trubinor@outlook.com. That's my email address. So yeah, either get in our Discord or give me an email. And I'm not very good on the emails, but we should talk about. Like, I want to, say to you. You said this in a comment, and I followed up and found something out. And what do you think about this? And does it how does that resonate with you, sort of thing? So that's an interesting one. So yeah. So anyway, everyone else in chat though. Is there what would kill a goat what would disturb a goat at night time in Tenerife? What would disturb a goat? Are there foxes in Tenerife? I just want to know if there's a fox in Tenerife. Alright, I'm going to have to give up on this quest to find out about the animals of Tenerife. But a midnight disturbance, I agree, it could be someone walking through the village. It could easily be that. It could be all sorts of things. So there is going to be some interest in this, though. Oh, he's back, look, he's back.
But the thing is, the it's died. He's dead.
He's dead.
And it's no longer funny or something to
He's wearing a
make
blue
money.
T-shirt like
He's
me.
dead now. So
He's dead.
That's going to be, but it's not the end, is it? Because how did he die?
He fell off the
And
thing.
this will go on and on and on. And on.
Well, it depends if you wanted to carry it on.
I'm like, you haven't seen me do many cases, have you? Because I only do something if I've got a fact to go on these days. That's my new rule.
I worry that he's going to just steal my opinion with, and just like, then how am I going to critique him?
Fact you won't miss it.
We'll
But
see.
let's have a look at.
I predict he's going to turn it into cover up and he's going to want it to go on and on, but is he going to play the other side, and is he
Right? Everyone can agree on that.
going to say that, well, he just fell
Let's
off?
take out the conspiracies and look at the
Is he going to be a
facts.
non-conspiracy? Like, is he going to play the Super Chuffers angle?
Having a great time, evidently, for a number of days.
Because we literally talked about it on stream, like not as a big thing, but I talked about it on stream yesterday on Twitch, and I said that effectively, he's got really wrecked, he's out there, he's wandered off. I don't think he was scared of anything. I think Mark Williams-Thomas has made that up and put it out there. And even if you are a bit para after 3 nights of raving, it's more likely that he literally just wandered off, and the things that come together, all the giving a general. I'm quite happy to be educated on this. I'm quite happy. I'm really looking forward to trying to get somebody onto the Super Chuffer stream to give a bigger, more in-depth account of some of these other aspects. But for me at the moment, I'm just happy with the the most obvious, the Occam's razor. And I said this right back at the start as well. So it's not like new. I said. I predicted that he would be found after a couple of weeks of searching, because it would be really difficult searching and that it would take some time to get that search done. But after a while, when they got there, eventually they would find him. So I predicted this, basically. So I feel like this is what I thought it would be.
The volcano, this whole area housed a volcano many thousands of years ago that came.
Okay, we don't need to know about the volcano. So so I just basically, I thought he had wandered off and fallen down something, and then it turns out it's that. So I feel all right with that, basically. But if Alan's going to steal my sort of quite reasonable take on it, well, it's not stealing my take, but do you know what I mean? I'm going to feel like he watched me yesterday and then just said it, because I expect him to go all out conspiratorial.
In the world, because they're lava.
Or at least not all out, but to pick out all the different things that have been said on TikTok, to go have a go over Lucy May. He's gonna. I expect him to pick over all these different things and say, but what if, and how do we know, and like a lot of that,
The official search after 2 weeks in, but the body's found 2 weeks later in the very area where he's last known to be.
Oh, come on, Alan.
The police said evidence pointed to the body being Jay. Well, it is. It's been identified because it was found in his clothing or whatever. But it's definitely him anyway.
It's weird. He's not
They
going for the
decided
conspiracies.
It was an accidental fall.
There was an opportunity as well. Big ups, Kaz. Thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you. That was another opportunity for Alan to make a conspiracy angle there, to investigate a conspiracy angle where he. What am I looking for now? I'm going to put on some relaxing background music. He said it's definitely Jay. Now, in my opinion, it is. I'm going to wait for the. That's not relaxing. Okay, I'm going to wait for the police. That's what I've said. Is things like that. Wait for that sort of information. I can critique the information once it comes out, but before it comes out, I'm not going to. So it's strange to me that Alan could have said, well, it could be anyone down there. It might not be Jay, or maybe he's been dumped in. And I'm surprised he's not going hard on the conspiracy angle. But my guess is I said I predicted that, but maybe he's going to go this other way, and he's going to sort of try and be the reasonable man.
I don't know why they didn't, because they could never have been found. Anyway, that's if you're going to. I was just say it's the ideal place to get somebody.
Also, it looks like he hasn't really been following this, doesn't it?
How he got there and why he was there is a problem. I'm only dealing in facts. I'm not prepared to negotiate any conspiracies.
Not prepared to negotiate any conspiracies. That's what I mean. There you go. So I thought he would come on and do that, but he's not prepared to do that. Weird. It's weird, isn't it? Maybe it's the lead up to the court case.
How did the search team?
Or maybe he's learned.
Do you know what? It's simple. Search teams. Carly Rodney was in the water 50 yards from where I found that pig.
Yeah.
50 yards in the water. Yet they couldn't find a bloody car. A car was 50 yards from where a phone pinged in the water, and they couldn't find it. And you'll say, how could they not find Carly White?
They're not Peter Folding, are they? So.
The question's being asked now about this. How could they not find?
Well, the question's only been asked by dummies, isn't it? Because the people that have any
was,
half a brain about it. Sorry if you're asking the question in chat. Nobody's asking the question either. But the real answer, obviously, is that there's these great big drops, and literally the search team said we can't search down there. So he might be down there, but we can't have a good look yet. And then when they did, they found him.
The couple buried the children in a garden of one of their houses, right?
What?
Daybell.
Oh, there we go. Doesn't he look creepy and weird in his like hot pink room? Doesn't he look creepy and weird in that? I kind of want to finish off this video so that it's finished.
Anyway, it's 2:30. I'll catch up with you guys in the morning.
It's interesting that Down the Rapids thought it was necessary to put up a video to say there's been a disturbance in the night. There apparently have been disturbances other nights, he said, but like he didn't video them. But this is like everyone's going to say, oh, that's evidence something was happening. Something was happening, that's evidence. And it's convenient that he's the one filming that, isn't it? Positioned, he's conveniently positioned to have filmed that. Very weird, yeah. So I finished that one. We need to find out if there's anything that predates on goats.
Not being found, but them actually being where the phone last pinged. You know, there's a well-known fact in policing. The last person
to see someone dead.
The deceased is normally involved.
Not normally involved.
I hate to say that, but that fact.
Normally involved.
That's why the McCanns were so. That's why the McCanns are so.
What you're confusing there, Alan, is the last person to see the victim is often the murderer, but that's if there's a murder.
Accident or whatever it happened, right? It's either the murders or cover-ups, right? Accident.
Oh, there we go, cover-ups.
A murder, they cover up even more, or go to prison. That's the choices. What did I do? Charles had an accident. It's my fault. Do we tell or do we go to jail?
Big ups. Case Macers. Case Macers. I think I've got your name right. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
The phone ping.
The phone ping
is probably where they are.
I'm warming up now. The phone ping.
Is that somebody kidnaps them and takes the phone off them. But then you get a different scenario.
What have you been doing, Alan?
But in this case, seeing we know that he died, we can be pretty sure that's where he ended that night, you know?
He just doesn't seem into this. Although he looks fucking nuts.
The autopsy is going to take place, but they think it's injuries concise to falling off a
consistent. Consistent.
We have the same thing. Nicola, did she fall? Was she pushed?
Well, it's not very similar.
Jay, did he fall? Was he pushed? I can never answer these questions because they're no longer with us. But that leads to what I'm trying to tell us tonight.
So, like, I want to talk about the similarities and differences with that and Nicola. Again, I don't want to get into it because Alan's prompted it. I don't want to have the big conversation here, but I will get into that at some point.
And said, he's not dead. He's taking all the money from the GoFundMe and he's hiding. That's what a lot of people said. The GoFundMe was set up and the family is spending the money all inclusive, blah, blah, blah.
There was a lot of true crime channels who have said a lot of fucking loads of shit. And now that he's been found dead, they're slightly changing their tune, pretending that they knew what was happening all the time and pretending that they had already predicted it. But along the way, they said an awful lot of weird shit, like he'd gone down to the jetty to get on a boat to go to somewhere, or all sorts of stuff has been coming up and thrown up. But without, like, oh, we're just doing an Alan, we're just investigating, we're just, you know, just asking questions, just looking at the possibilities. But there's been an awful lot of Alanism out there, hasn't there? An awful lot of Alanism. I'm glad I stayed out of it.
Lucy.
Some of them, only like one or two, and I found one on TikTok called Haley Comet, who I think is actually good, yeah? And like she's getting a lot of shit at the moment from trolls and stuff, but she's actually good, and that's why they're giving her shit. She's like the best one. She's able to go through the bullshit and the nonsense, but to actually get through to some facts and ask some reasonable questions. But like, she's not an Alan, but there's a lot of them out there that are very Alan, okay? Like, and a lot of it goes on TikTok and then it filters, a lot of it's fed on by YouTubers or rumblers like Alan.
So there's a huge underclass of people making money off these youngsters that go to the island in search of fun raves. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to a rave, but if you're going to do a
I have.
3-day rave,
I've been
You ain't gonna
to
stay awake.
proper raves and you haven't.
3 days, no, I'm not going to happen.
And you don't have to stay awake for the whole 3 days. You can go back to your little hotel place and have a little sleepy. But yeah, most of them will have taken drugs.
I know it and lived it.
And most of them won't have taken 3 days worth of raves. What did you say? You know it and lived
the
it?
17th of June, between
You've been to 3-day raves and stayed awake for 3 days on pills.
men, including a convicted drug dealer,
That's proper hardcore. Most people don't do the 3 days all awake the whole time.
£40 a week night, Airbnb. In the remote mountains of Mascot. Now,
We're gonna
I've
get-
been to Mascot.
Here we go. We're going to get some
How
Alan
the
Law.
hell they went from Playa de las Americas to Mascot? I'll show you. It's a freaking ridiculous thing to do.
Alan's been there.
Why?
What goes on up there? Because I think there's a hint that, like, if you want to go conspiracies and weirdness, couldn't that be the place where the Satanist Masons are doing weird shit, and that's why something's happened? Satanist Masons. Is that why you've been up there?
Why?
Why?
It's miles. And it's
Miles.
in the middle of nowhere, Mascot.
Why?
Comes up there like Planet of the Apes and things like that. It's like terrain is like a
We know. We've been
on
watching.
Mars.
We've been watching. Everyone's been watching it on the internet.
Why
Look,
would you go to an Airbnb?
this is his
after
internet
a
doing
rave
this.
in a tiny village called Mascot in the mountains.
Because it's after the rave and you want to go back for a smoke with these chuffers, and that's where they've got their place. Maybe, like, you go
7:30.
back, you have a little smoke, you pick something up, and you go back to see your mates.
I'm standing at the doorway of the holiday let. So he was definitely there. $8:50 a.m. He's panicking.
He's got filters off the whammer today, hasn't he? He's filtered up the whammer today, Alan is.
To this Airbnb at 4 a.m. Why is he up at 7:30? Again, no sleep, right? No, by 8:50 he's panicking. Why is he panicking?
He's lost
Well, he's with no arrested for dealing drugs. I'm just telling you facts. There's no conspiracies here.
He's panicking because he's lost in the
He
mountains.
calls Lucy
And, Alan,
and says,
the facts are being relayed to you by the mainstream media here. This is Alan all over. Like, I'm no conspiracies here, but, like, don't you think that what you've done in your work over the years to, like, denigrate the mainstream media and say they can't be trusted and that you can't believe them and that they're trying to cover everything up? So why are you just reading the paper to us? Like, it's so fucking weird.
he's left the B&B.
He's just reading the Daily Mail.
With what on his own?
He's got a
Either he's
timeline.
panicked-
He's got a timeline on something like the Daily Mail open on his desktop, and he's just reading it. And everybody already knows this stuff. Like, he's very late to the party. He's got nothing to offer. And if he's not going to do his conspiracy nonsense, if he's not going to spin stories, he literally has nothing else to offer, nothing to add. But he's going to tell us about when he went to Mascot, which is going to be great.
Build this so you understand what I'm saying.
If he does.
I've been there.
I've been there. Or is it just that he's going to say,
Not after the-
I've been there, therefore I know. You know.
By Tuesday, his friends are searching the area. No sign of Jay. Does not return to his.
Come on.
Mountain rescue is sent out.
Alan's
His
internet.
mum flies to Tenerife. Wednesday, the 19th of June, Spanish police deploy drones, dogs, and helicopters because they know where his phone pinged. As I told you for the Daybell case, they know exactly where he was the last time his phone was used. And he was found yards from it.
Alan's
dead.
back.
Yards from it, dead.
Alan, yards from it, dead. Alan's back. He's back on top. He's back in form. He's got his boobies out. You can see he's got Emporio Armani. I've got the Hulk. He's back. Alan's back. The big armchair. Even the armchair's
scary
looking.
bit.
Even the armchair's looking small on him. He's so big these days. Big as in big. Back on YouTube. Big bomb bobber. Big bomb bobber. Heavy neck wobble. Dirty tummy rumble. Belly.
This area, Mount Taylor area, which is like desolate. Hardly any roads, no lights, no signs, no nothing.
Creepy creepies. Do you want me to turn Alan up? Sorry, he is awful sound, isn't he?
By Thursday,
He's peaking at red.
civil mountain rescue, firefighters, and volunteers in the national park, which is Taylor, right? Lancashire police at Whitcombe, same as they did in the McCann case. Lancashire at Whitcombe and help declined by the Spanish police.
No,
They
they
could have
didn't.
sent some search and rescues, and they would have started from the spot his phone ping.
He got that wrong.
Tell you that. I'm not going to say they found him, but No one knows where he is. And at this time, the speculators speculate all sorts. That
Big ups, Joe Boy.
This is why I wouldn't touch.
Big ups, Joe Boy. No, I'm not ignoring. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I can see I've got several people tagging me in chat there. Heard you're going to interview Haley Comet. I'm looking to do so. That's in. I don't like to announce things until they actually happen. But she mentioned it on her stream, so
Mr.
I'm
Mel
looking to do so.
Centipede. Missed you all so much.
Look, we missed
Have
you.
2 months of streams to get through, but I love you all, guys, GIYS. Thank
Guys.
you all for your love and support XX. Big hugs, Scotty.
Thank you for being you.
Nancy loves you, XX.
Thank you for the money.
Super Chuffer owes 50 hugs.
Thank you for the loads of money as well. Thank you for being you. You don't have to give us loads of money. You could just chill. Thank you so much. That is really, really generous of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There were just 2 men that went with Jay to come forward with crucial information. Now, surely the police should have done that. Didn't he, Mark William Thomas, ex-private?
Oh, someone's been watching Super Chuffer. Have they? We're going right back round in a circle now to the first time when Alan stole my content and my opinions and my ideas and plagiarised me. We're going right back round in a big circle there to Paul Ansell Red Flags, where I did a Paul Ansell Red Flags video and then Alan sort of drip fed my opinion back to everyone else on his streams. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Case remains open. The family continues searching.
That's not a conspiracy theory though, what you nearly did then, is it? Come on, Alan, pick it up. Or is that your internet's
Boasting
flagging?
about stealing a 12k Rolex. Mark William Thomas knows nothing about Tenerife.
Mark Williams Thomas. Mark Williams
Rolex
Thomas.
is a slang word. I won't tell you what it's for.
It's for drugs. Everyone seems to think you've found that on the internet, but it's unlikely that either of those things are even relevant in this case. Really, like, is there? Because now have they found the Rolex on him?
Just found. All his possessions and clothing were there. Now, this is interesting. His possessions and clothing were discovered next to the human remains. Accidental fall. Why are your clothing next to human remains? Don't know. I don't know what happened to his body. Who
Can't
knows
figure
what
that
happened
out.
to
Maybe something might have torn it, or maybe an animal might have torn at it, or maybe he was holding some of his clothing, or it was in his bag.
And we know the body's found.
Are you suggesting he was completely naked?
Don't we? Let's have another quick look at that.
It's not a Rolex, it's an AP. Yeah, big ups, John Green. Well, I don't
All
know
the
if any of
points I
that.
just gave
Listen,
out to you.
I said it before, I don't know if any of that rings true, to be honest, because Mark Thomas said there was a Snapchat, but didn't show us the Snapchat, and then social media showed us the Snapchat, and like Mark Williams Thomas got a load of his shit from social media. I don't want to go through it all now. Like Mark Williams Thomas, like just I'll go with the evidence. I'll go with the facts and the evidence, and until shown some, I won't fucking believe any old nonsense. Thanks very much, Mark Williams Thomas. You right, Alan?
The next morning, his phone pings for the last time. So you can say the last people to see Jay.
He's just following the Sun timeline now. This is quite boring, isn't it? This is quite. I told you this would be this bad. I said this would be really bad. Like, this is quite boring, isn't it? Like,
Those 2 men evidently jetted out to the island. They need to be, okay? This case will never rest. It'll be just like Magna McCann.
are you nuts?
Until those 2 men are investigated and spoken to by the police, this case will never close.
Alan, they were spoken to by the police and investigated, cleared, and then they were allowed to go home. After that, Mark Williams Thomas threatened one of them with public blackmail. I'll expose you if you don't come forward. Apparently, he talked to Mark Williams Thomas. Mark Williams Thomas said, Mark Williams Thomas told us what he said. Apparently, you know, in inverted commas. And then we had all this stuff go on. That guy, like, he's done his time. He might just be, because 9 years of his life were lost in prison. And this is where I don't want to keep going over this stuff now. This isn't the time to do it. But, you know, he's come out. He might just want to go and party like he was 10 years younger. Because 10 years ago, he went to prison. And like, I don't think he might be a murderer. I think he might be quite a reasonable, like, if not soft edges sort of person, more than you might think. but it's just perceptions. It's just perceptions, isn't it? So I could show you a photograph, and I'm gonna do this now because I'm just fed up with this bollocks all the time, and it's entertainment, isn't it, for you chuffers? But I'll show you a photograph. You know that man, that bad man that we're talking about, that was up in that thing. And I don't know him, so I'm giving you just perceptions, just differences. Like, here's a picture of that bad man. There he is. Oh, that terrible man. There he is on a boat. Oh, look at the ladies. Like, he might be a horrible, nasty, bad man. Or, like, here's another picture of him, like, doing that. Okay, he was involved in a drugs gang 10 years ago, selling or shifting money and drugs, yeah? But, like, you know, doing this, like, with his fingers, he looks quite fuzzy and a little bit cuddly in a way. Like, he doesn't look like... He might not be the worst person in the world. He might just be, like, a person. So, like, we shouldn't jump to the conclusion that he's a fucking murderer and out him on the internet unless he comes forward. And, like, it turned out, didn't it? Didn't it turn out that he wasn't done a murder? Like, so that was a bit extreme. Why are you watching this horrible woman?
It's your grandparent. She's laughing and sniggering about Jay.
She is laughing, yeah, but you like her.
She hasn't taken this video down. It's still up there now.
Oh, I missed this. Brilliant.
She's drunk, I'm sure.
Oh, my God. Alan, playing the moral.
All-inclusive.
Alan, this woman's on your team.
Disco.
This is you over the Muslims and all that. This is you, Alan. This is what you're like. You're like, you and her are very similar.
Her mum at a disco was years before. I think it was in Great Britain. You run with what they're doing. Now, this is the problem why I don't want to do true crime anymore. He's run with the lie and the myth that the parents...
Alan, that's what you were always doing on all of your content.
Refused. She's saying they were partying after Jay went missing. And
let's be real, if Alan had been on the internet doing like true crime on YouTube when this Jay Slater thing, he'd have been pumping that video as well. Like, it's just insane. Big ups Joe Boy, yeah, big up, shouts out.
And she knows the video of the mother dancing was from before he went missing, yet it's still on her channel. Now, I have a lot of time for this lady. I'm gutted that she hasn't taken it down.
We'll get him on. Like, what got deleted then? All right. Okay, what Joe said wasn't too bad. I understand what he was saying, but I understand why Dover just, you know.
Same happened again. I tell you.
Everything's cool.
Want to play
She then makes a sexual
Real
joke
Hungry Hippo?
Let's try and set that thing up though, Joe. Yeah.
about herself. I find this, like, I don't know, much worse than bad taste.
You think Katie Hopkins is bad taste?
Please, Katie.
Please, Katie. Why are you in the dark? Look
So
at you
these
creeped
are the
out
reasons why
mutter.
I don't really want to get.
Wait! The microphone is in front of his face. The microphone is now in front of his face. He's moved the fucking microphone. Breaking news. Breaking news. What's that song? England. Like, come on. Like, he's moved the microphone. Let's all celebrate.
Unless I think I can help.
Unless you think you could help. You can't help.
I could have helped with this.
No, you can't.
By telling them it's probably where the phone pinged.
Well, you could have told
That's
them
what
that.
would have been the real help, right?
Well, they'd have listened to you.
So I'm going to show you now.
You nutter.
Oh, I'll just show you again the terrain where he was found from another.
Show me from your holiday photos from when you went there, you nutter.
See. This young lady here. Have you
You're in the
noticed
dark.
lately that,
You're sat in the dark, in the pink.
all
Oh,
newspapers,
who's Holly Evans? Oh, hello.
all sports programs, all television.
Alan's found us a video with a young lady. Who's Holly Evans?
Fine.
Why didn't they get her up the mountain, mountaineering expert? I wouldn't have took the piss out of her. Hello, Holly Evans. You look about 12, actually. What's going on here?
Just young girls. There are adults that can do this. You don't have to use young girls
What?
who do England football. A murder case. How old is she? 19? She's working for a newspaper, which is fine. I'm all for ticking boxes, equality, and trying to get a young audience. But every time.
I was only
Sorry, that's
joking
the
when she
photo
said she
in
looked
mine.
12, right? Listen, obviously young ladies that are entering into the media world can get jobs and do this, and it's a good idea for these media outlets to use people like her because they speak to the audience they're trying to appeal to. The TikTok audience, because the Sun have lost it. They want to get on TikToks. They're now trying to produce TikTokers like Holly Evans, like Isla Tricure. Like, we talked about it already, haven't we, in other streams? Like, obviously, young people appeal to the audience that they're trying to... And Alan's angry about it because these are the people that are doing the case now and getting all the numbers on TikTok and all that. And Alan's done. No one gives a fuck about Alan. He's angry about Holly Evans. And how dare women talk about the football? Do you know what I mean? Some of those women, Alan, on the football, on the telly, those young women, played in the England team and won the fucking Euros. So shut up, you dickhead. Holly Evans has got just as much right to do this, but I do think it's a contrivance by the Sun, isn't it? In the same way as Isla Tricure tried to put down the rapids up the mountain. Like, it's just the idea that we're going to talk like to you in the voice... Oh, sorry, this is The Independent. Like, we're going to talk to you and to the audience in the voice that we want to appeal to the audience, isn't it? Like you said. So yeah, it's the TikTok thing. Like, welcome to the modern world where these newspapers realise, and all of the mainstream media now, over the Jay Slater case in the UK, they changed their tune from Nicola Bulley to fuck TikTok, it's horrible, to cherry-picking their favourite TikTokers and then getting on TikTok themselves. So even some of those TikTokers out there might not be real people, but might be, you know, pumped up by media outlets. So, yeah, welcome to the modern world. Like,
Do they?
Alan's angry about young ladies having pop... He's having a pop at young ladies doing jobs.
I'm not getting involved in this case.
I did think she looked quite young, and I was joking. I don't want to be a misogynist myself now, in the same vein, and say like, "Oh, you said she looked 12," but come on, like, she looked quite young, didn't she? Like, but like, you know, but I also said she looked quite nice. So, Alan's had a pop at her
On the strip.
I can't quite get over that. Like, the fact he was eggy about it.
Why go to
like,
Mount Taylor area?
I understand, like, being eggy insofar as, like, you know, oh, they're appealing to the TikTok generation, who's this young lady? But ultimately, you have to accept it that anyone over the age of whatever the fuck who can get a job and perform can do the job. That's equality. And, oh, it's just ticking boxes. She wasn't, like, they haven't put, like, you know, an Asian lady in a wheelchair just to tick a box there, have they, Alan? Like, it's not about fucking... The Sun haven't done that because of fucking political correctness gone mad. The Sun have done it deliberately, and, like, or The Independent or whatever, have done it deliberately to appeal to a certain audience. Ticking boxes.
One of the men, Azam Quasma, was a
He's so behind the world. He's so behind the times. And this screams the same as a lot of the other... like, Isla Tricure is another one like this. Like, she thinks she's on This Morning and she's up and she's doing it. This Morning's dead. This Morning's dead. People don't give a fuck. Like, they're so behind the times. Like, they think they're up to date and whatever. 2010 is dead. We're 2024 now. Like, 1990 is dead. 80s is dead. Like, it's so different, and you just have to accept it. I can stay on YouTube and love where I am at, but I can't say fuck TikTok. No one, like, bad TikTok. No one watch it. They're gonna watch it. Young people and different generations and demographics are gonna watch stuff. I'm amazed by that.
Appalling, isn't it?
Appalling, innit?
Meanwhile, Katie continues with her vigilance against the parents. And I think what it is, with Hopkins, it's the same way she said about fat kids and...
He's going laying into Katie Hopkins. Alan, Katie Hopkins is the darling of the right wing, and you agree with a lot of her opinions on a lot of stuff, you idiot. Like, I don't know why you're highlighting Katie Hopkins' vitriol. She's obviously one of the most disgusting... Like, what she does is now... There's another streamer that we sometimes... We're going to be picking up on Arnott to watch a little bit. Basically, what the principle... I don't know, bringing in anyone else. The principle here is she's going to say horrible things on the internet for sort of shock value and to really appeal to the sort of hard right-wing nasty people, and that's her core base. So they're going to celebrate it, and everyone else is going to go, oh my god, that's disgusting, and then give her a view. So you just shouldn't even give her a view. She doesn't have a proper view herself. She's an idiot. She's just a controversial right-wing nasty... Like, you know she's nasty, don't you? Like, why are we even watching that? I can't even watch it. I'm not even going to watch it. The days. TikTok's got... Listen, TikTok is... it reminds me of how YouTube used to be in the early days. It's a bit of a cesspool sometimes. There are a couple of good creators on there, of course, but by the nature of it being short form content, like, when you're a content creator or even a platform, you generate an audience, but your audience is honed and shaped by what you put out and vice versa. So basically, you know, the low attention span, the fast fast consumption of the content. Now, obviously the live streams are on there now, and that does provide a difference, but the old sort of we're all on a panel, everyone get on, someone jump on a panel, that was like, you know, what YouTube used to be like about 10 years ago as well, wasn't it? Especially with the true crime, you know, all those true crime panels. So yeah, it's got a bit of that about it. I mean, there are going to be positives and negatives, but I like the way on YouTube it's cultivated an audience of people who want to sit and listen to something a little bit more long form. Okay, we've got YouTube Shorts now as well, haven't we? But like the people who want to delve into hang on, where's my sound? Where's my sound? Where's my tippies thing? What's going on? The tippies came up, but the sound didn't come up. Have I turned it off? Have I done something stupid? What's going on there? Coffee alerts. No, they're on. Hang on, what happened then? Okay, I'll reload it. Body Sculpture gave a tip. Look at the ripper behind them glasses. Look at the creepiest hardcore specs he's ever worn. No doubt he's looking at things he should not be looking at on the monitor. He looks like a right nonce with them glasses. Maybe that's why it didn't come up. Because of what it was said. I've got a button for that.
Follow.
Hang on.
Gabole toxic, gabole toxic, gabole toxic, gabole toxic.
It.
I forgot what I'm
The
talking about.
area.
It doesn't
Mount
matter.
Haidy. Mount Haidy. Right.
Let's get Alan back.
You can go up Mount Haidy.
Thank you very much for the tip.
Vinnicombe.
Thank you very much for the tippy body sculpture. I think it didn't come up because of the word nonce. I think that might have been it. But thank you.
And it's a beautiful view. And you look down on that part of the island where Jay went missing. And I'm trying to get you to get a feel of what it's like
We've already got a feel.
In the day.
We've watched loads and loads of videos about it, you nutter.
in at night. No one would have showed you this, but I want you to feel it.
I want you to feel it. There's a clip.
I'm trying to get you to get a feel of what it's like in the day and at night. No one would have showed you this, but I want you to feel it.
I want you to feel it.
I was 19, lost,
Disgusting!
with no battery in my phone and no water. I'll be crapping myself. You might think, well, there'd be a bus or there'd be a roadside, but there's nothing. It's desolate.
Is he going to play Paul
You're
Arnott's
looking at
video?
plunging
What's he going to play?
ravines.
What he's doing is he's filling time now while he's trying to get the thing up on the screen.
The safety line is only in your own perception, right? You can find yourself clinging to the line for dear life as I edge along the narrow pathway
Whose words is he reading here?
into the rock surface, right? So if there's a pathway in these mountains,
You can feel
it's where
yourself
there's
clinging to the thing as someone's written. I can feel myself clinging to the thing as I edge along that, and he's read that and recontextualized it as if it's his.
seriously heavy rock only.
He looks like a sicko today, doesn't he? He looks like a right sick predator.
Walking
Predator,
through that.
the predator. Let's have predators in chat. Can we have cactuses for the predator in chat?
So you've got a good map and also a light, a lantern, or at least your mobile phone to show the way. Imagine him with like 1% of his phone left. Look at me.
It was daytime.
1% on his phone left, and he's in this area.
It was
And
daytime.
there's no lights anywhere.
It was
And he thinks,
daytime.
my phone's gonna go.
It was 8 o'clock in the morning.
And when his phone goes, he's plunged into pitch black.
No, he's not. It was daytime.
That's scary.
It was daytime, wasn't it?
And I'm trying to get across to you.
Anyone in chat? Was it daytime or was it nighttime? Was it daytime or nighttime? Anyone in chat? I'm looking for predators, cactuses, and
You're not
was
safe
it daytime or nighttime?
You're never gonna be.
Can we have a happy face for daytime and a sad
I'll
face
tell you
for...
a review from Clip Advisor, right? The National Park.
We just watched the 10 dates. We've got a new one of those. We've got a Korean game that we're going to play, which is basically Korean 10 dates.
Outcrops rising from the desert base because you get these like
But they're all Korean ladies.
lava that's fallen like that and formed into a cactus of lava.
Cactus of lava. Wait, did he just say
It's
cactus of
amazing to
lava?
understand why movies like The Planet of the Apes.
Did
are
he just
filmed
say a cactus of lava? I just had to go and let the cat in. Did he say a cactus of lava? This is a new one. I thought we weren't going into conspiracies. We've moved into a new era. The Jay Slater cactus of lava era. It's not just a bad cactus. It's a red hot burning lava cactus, which is formed into rock and he's fallen on it and it's burned him. Cactus of
The park,
lava.
extremely narrow winding road that takes you across the island of Tenerife. No roller coaster can scare the pants off you like these roads do at night. Especially when you see two buses having to pass each other right on the edge of a gigantic fall and the other millimeters from the mountainside. It is a very dangerous place to be. And I want you to understand that, how dangerous it is, before I show you what I'm going to show you.
Oosh.
And
Listen,
then
I
maybe you'll have a
100%,
better understanding.
I 1000% guarantee that if you go on the internet and type in those words that he just said, like whatever he just said, I'll do it some other time. I can't be arsed. But you'll come. Oh, do I have to do it now? Hang
What
on.
the hell? Like these roads do.
I'll do it now.
Film there. It's so barren. It's an amazing place to view and drive through. My wife and I went during the day and also on Taylor by night.
My wife and
We
I.
had the most amazing time watching the sunset over the volcano and then watching the stars. Add to that, on the north side of the park, an extremely narrow, winding road that takes you across the island of Tenerife. No roller coaster can scare the pants off you like these roads do at night. Especially when you see two buses having to pass each other right on the edge of a gigantic fall and the other millimeters from the mountainside. It is a very dangerous place to be. And I want you to understand that, how dangerous it is, before I show you what I'm going to show you. And then maybe you'll have a better understanding of what the hell went on to that boy.
I'm not finding it quick enough there. I guarantee that's no. He obviously said, didn't he? He said somebody else is. Somebody else. He says my wife and I went up the roads. He's just reading someone else's words on his stream. That's actually. It's not just plagiarism. That's content theft. Like you can't just take someone else's work that they've done and just read it out. Like you can read the news to a certain extent, but even then, like the news to a certain extent. But like if you take a book, any book that's in print, published, and you sit and just read it, then it's copyright theft. You can do fair use and talk about it and what have they said there and what you think. But otherwise, it's just copyright theft. It's just somebody else's work that you've just stolen to fill your own space.
I don't know what happened to him. I'm just showing you the danger I saw when I went there.
And what do you mean you went there? You just read out. Were they your words that you wrote about you and your wife and the roads and all that? Have you written that? Maybe he did write that. Like maybe he sat down and prepared that. I don't. It sounds fucking weird to me.
It scared me.
Scared me.
So,
Was that you? Was that your?
Let's get a feel of it.
Was that you, Alan, and your words? And I do not believe it. I do not believe it.
This is Vinnicombe, who made a video 4 months ago about going up Mount Taylor. And I think we should watch it together, guys. I want to see it. I'm interested in it. You're interested in it. Let's have a look at it.
What?
That's a cable car. You get up the mountain.
He's not up Mount Tady. He's not got a cable car up a mountain.
See, the road was written and driven.
Okay, now we're watching someone else's video for a bit, yeah?
It's raining again. I
Ellie sent tippies. Ever had one of those days where you just do your don'ts and you don't do your dos?
Do.
Ha 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 ha, big up Super Chuffer and all you chuffers XX.
I'll get that up in just a second.
Super Chuffer owes 5 hugs.
I'll get that up in just a second. I should have it on a button at the moment. Mount Tady maps. I know where Mount fucking Tady is now. It's the middle one. He's not at Mount Tady. Did I get an answer about whether it was day or night as well? Because he said it was pitch dark. So we've got a cactus of lava. It was morning, daytime. Yeah, we got an answer on that. Thanks, Covtown. Like, and Mount Tady now. Like, he's not going to deal in just conspiracy nonsense, but he's not going to go anywhere near the fucking case. And he's got it out in front of him on the news. Mount Tady. Who gives a fuck about Mount Tady? Mount Teddy and Andy Pandy are nothing to do with this. Mount fucking Tady. He's really high up. Oh, it's dangerous. But he's not up there. Is he? Isn't it all going on over here? Over there. Down by where it goes into the sea. It's not the same as up there where you go fucking top of the volcano, is it? Although that cactus, the cactus of lava might have fired him up there. The cat to keep it Tady. Tady Weekender. The Tady Weekender. The Mount Tady Weekender. That cactus of lava might have fired him up there.
It's all the way down there. I haven't driven the car past there. You can really see the crater here, can't you?
Yeah.
Like a moonscape.
Oh look, they're not actually up. Oh no, they are at Mount Tady.
It
Look,
goes all the way around there, doesn't it?
it goes all the way around there. Alan's having to go on his phone now. He's got his boobs out as well. Alan has. He's got his moobs out. Real bad style. I'll show you. And then I'll do Luke's do's and don'ts again, because Luke's do's and don'ts are a treat, aren't they? It's just, this is going to be a bit of a zoom, but I can see it, you can see it. Look at the moobs on that. Look at the moobs on that. You say, honestly, is he? Look at that. It's not my fault. I'm not doing it. That's not the filters. What's going on there? What's going on there? What is... Come on. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just saying it exists. That's all. I'm just saying it exists. He appears to have quite a... You could put that on the table, couldn't you? Like, if he's playing poker, do you think he puts them on the table? Like that. Look at that. Look at it. It's got like... It's like Madonna. In that... It's like Madonna in the 80s, isn't it? With that... Look at that. Look at it. Oh, it goes away a bit when you put your arms up like that. But then we see your arms. So... You can't keep your arms up for the whole time, can you? Although you see your tum-tum more as well now. Hey, there they go. Look at that. We have touchdown. So what happens when you see him normally on the screen is he just does, you know, I can stand up and you can see my whole tummies, yeah? Like, if you want, I don't mind that. Like, you can see my whole tummies. Like, Alan, though. I challenge Alan to do this. I challenge Alan to do that. Ha 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 he ha he. Ha he ha he. Ha he. Squeaking around in the chair now, giving it a song. Ooh, Alan. Ooh, Alan.
Chuffer tips. I must insist you desist and resist your urges. Give him a super chuffer time, but he streams for ages. I can't keep up with the man. He's turning pages while I'm struggling to read. I mean, he's so vital and I'm nearly deceased. I'm a beast. I'm the Bristol pusher. It makes me feel alive to watch another suffer. I'm a nutter. I got banned off YouTube because of the homophobic slurs. I'm on TikTok with the little girls dancing. Angry Alan in his pants watching streams with the money from Nancy. All I'm saying is that Nickel Kessinger needs kissies. Angry Alan getting eggy when the chuffer gets the tippies. Whoosh, and then whoosh. It's raining again. I couldn't be happier. Damn that super chuffer. Come on, super chuffer. Come on, son. Let's destroy Alan. That bad man is done. Come on, super chuffer. Come on, super chuffer. Come on, son. Let's destroy Alan. That bad man is done. Super chuffer, go on, son. Let's destroy Alan. That bad man is done. Damn that super chuffer. Come on, super chuffer.
Shut up now, you. Look at what he's showing. Wait. Look what he's showing on his stream. He's got the herky-jerky video going on, right? And they're up a fucking mountain. They're up the top of the volcano mountain. It's nothing like where Jay Slater is. This man's got trouble breathing.
Yeah.
As you would do if you're climbing up a fucking mountain. Like, this is the sort of mountaineering that Paul Arnott would like to do if he knew what he was fucking doing.
It's the coastline down there. Look.
This is perfect for Paul Arnott as well, because there's a path. There's a path on it.
That time in the morning, how many people we ran this area?
There was no way. He wasn't up there, Alan.
Just footpaths, right? As far as you can see. He'd have been scared. 100% would have been scared.
He would have been scared if he was on top of the fucking volcano, which he was not. He was not on top of the volcano.
Here.
There we go.
Alan's pairing chat. Oh my god.
I wonder if that is smoke or whether it's just...
I'm not doing it. He's doing the microphone now. What have you got going on with the microphone? What's happening with the microphone? He's got the microphone in front of him. Yes! We've made a difference in this world. All we've got to do now is convince him to get down Marks and Sparks and pick up one of those... I don't know what I should say about it or not say about it. I'm just stating the self-evident facts, like the, you know, I'm just stating what's on the telly. Just observation there.
Right, back towards the cable car.
Oh, yes.
Aren't you glad we decided not to walk all the way up?
These poor people having their video put on Alan's stream. Like, fair enough they've gone up the mountain, but Jay didn't.
Yeah. Well, what about if you're not even as high as the mountain? What if you park down near Master?
Someone in his chat, listen, someone in his Facebook has said to him, he's not up there. Get that off the screen. This is where he is, and he's thought, fuck.
It's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
How to climb Mount Tady.
How to climb Mount Tady.
By
What?
Diego Ornello. Thank you for him for that.
Did you get the wrong video?
Him and his girlfriend.
Oh, this is glorious, isn't it? This is glorious because it's so bad.
There he is, the guy and his girlfriend.
There he is.
Walk from the car.
They're going to walk.
5 kilometers in the road to get to the teleférico. So let's go.
So, where are they starting from, Alan?
First,
because Masca's not walking distance to Mount Tady. It would take them 2 days.
a little more than 1 hour to get there. Let's speed up.
If you could walk up Mount Tady from Masca, then it wouldn't take Jay 11 hours to get back to the fucking hotel, would it? This is just incredible. Like, this is just incredible. I didn't know he was going to do this. I really didn't. Like, I suggested that he was going to relish in the conspiracy drama, you know, suck up tick like he normally did, you know, but he didn't. He went all the way back round to copying Super Chuffer's angle and being a bit more reasonable. And I'm not saying that there's not some reasonable questions to be had off TikTok and with some of those questions, but oh, there's the adverts. Damn it, Alan. Damn it, you've got the adverts on. Look, he's not happy. Ah! Alan, the adverts are on. Alan. Big ups, Missy Mel.
Hello, Moto.
Now hold on, Lorraine.
Now hold on, Missy Mel.
Lekker and fearless, we came to take one.
That's quite a lot of money now, Missy Mel. Thank you very much for the massive super chat. Thank you very much.
Torchy. Yeah, Torchy. I remember Torchy when I was a little tiny boy. I used to love Torchy. Torchy the battery boy. Torchy the battery boy.
Thank you very much.
The blonde one, the dark one, and the butch one. I don't remember the names. Where's Nancy? Where I want it. Where is Nancy anyway?
There's Nancy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey! We're in the top of the world!
They're on top of the
top of Spain.
They're on top of the mountain. I thought he was going to do all conspiracy stuff, and then I realised, okay, he's going to, you know, take a slightly different angle and try and be more reasonable. That's one thing, but this is insane. We've had the flaming molten cactus of death. The molten lava cactus, we've had that. We've had a torch, which is completely nuts. And now we've got this. which is Jay Slater may have taken a tumble all the way from the highest mountain on the island, in the centre of the island. It's possible that Jay Slater may have fallen all the way from the top of Mount fucking TD all the way down to the sea. Like, all the way down to the sea. Like, rolling. Keep those who are covered in cactuses by then. Molten lava cactuses as well. They've been firing him off up in the air. The man's an arse. He doesn't know what he's doing. This is his big comeback. I'm glad he's back. I am glad he's back. You must love that Angry Alan, the amount of time you fucking talk about him. Thank you, Kaz, for the gifted membership. Thank you very much, Kaz.
Where's Nancy?
I've got my team's full of Nancys.
High heels on my tippies. Dough, say ain't Gabbana, that's on my tippies.
My team is full of Nancys. Thank you very much. Look at this. Yay! Go up the mountain. Yay! It's not the right tone, Alan. The music, the fact she's running around having a great time. It's not the right tone for today's show. Remarks upon the death of Jay Slater being announced. They found his body. Yay! Look, we're up the mountain. There's not many cactuses up there, though, are there? It's quite free from cacti up there. Like, how is this his content, look? Also, how is this not Paul Arnott's content? Like, it puts Arnott to shame as well, doesn't it? Arnott can't even do like a basic vlog going up a mountain. Why did he get the gifted halo from... oh no, yeah, obviously we know. Yeah. Arnott Cure and friends.
No problem.
Oh, who's this?
No problem. So
He paused it. I'm reminding it.
The tree is really well marked. No problem.
No problem. And look who she is in the dark there. Oh, nice lady in the dark. Alan thinks, whoa, I'll pause that.
Problems, right?
No problem. There's
no problems unless you're with two drug dealers that you've driven from Playa de las Americas up to this part of the island.
I thought we weren't doing conspiracy theories.
In the middle of the night.
They weren't in that part of the island.
You got out the car.
It wasn't in the middle of the night when he went missing.
At this B&B here. This is what he would have saw.
This isn't what he would have seen.
Would you be scared?
He'd have seen the Airbnb. Or do you mean just the general roads? Like, do you mean, is Alan saying that because he was in the car and they went driving around at night time and out the window he could see the mountains, that just instantly shit him up? I'm in trouble now, I'm in the mountains, I'm scared. Or would he have thought, this is fine because this is where I'm expecting to go? We're having fun in the car, we're passing a jiffer around, everything is fine. Like, you don't know, but you're making these weird assumptions now based on these two up a mountain in the dark. It's a different place on the island entirely.
Well, you remember what you said there? Listen to what they say.
Go on then, yeah.
B, probably peanut butter and jam. We're good with the dinner. Did you eat enough?
Yeah. But now I'm cold.
Me too.
Now I'm cold, me too. And they got a lot of clothes on. This is more or less where Jay went missing. He got out of that car on that trip with these two drug dealers and he was met with this. All he had on was a shirt, right? A thin shirt. He'd been freezing. Something scared him enough to leave as soon as it was light.
Now he knows it's light.
Yet these men were classed as irrelevant to the case and let go of it.
So someone's telling him in his ear, aren't they? One of his spanners is telling him you're getting this wrong. And he's on the fly, just adapting what he's saying. Classic Alan. He must be thinking, this is a terrible video. Like, why am I watching this?
So we're back in the car.
They're back in the car.
It was long.
It was long, but we did it. We accomplished.
What's this got to do with Jay Slater?
About 9 p.m. right now. Then we had food. So yeah, you could do the hike back.
These two are fine. I don't have any problem with these two. Let's leave them alone. It's just like, I don't know where we are now. What kind of world are we living in where this insanity can pass for content? Like, how can we have got to here? Where did that happen? I was pretty sure I was keeping an eye on what was going on for a minute there, and then all of a sudden we're doing this. And it just doesn't even make any sense. back. He's back. He's back. What's happened? He's back. He's back. Come on.
It's bloody freezing at night.
It's cold at night, yeah.
The lack of air.
And also, if you've fallen down a fucking massive ravine, you're going to be having trouble.
In the dark. And there's no signs. And there's no anything.
There are signs. There's lots of... There's signs on the road.
To there. With these two men. Who are now classed as irrelevant to the case.
Oh, it's all. I'll tell you what, as well. He's gonna, because he's seen a man with Asian skin or dark face or black. Hey, horrible men, horrible, dirty men, and like what they horrible men doing, hanging around with kids. Those men were kids when they went into. That man was kids when he went to prison, yeah. And now he's come out of prison 9 years later. He just wants to go on an island and have fun, just like if he was 9 years ago. Like, you know, there's some aspect of going to prison for that time that slows down your social development in some way, doesn't it? And he just wants to go and get that out of his system and go up a fucking mountain and party. Like, he's not the fucking Jack the Ripper.
Why did he go with these two men?
Well, I don't know. That's my feeling anyway. If they, like everyone else, from all the reports of people saying things on the island around the club scene, were that they were quite jovial men who were drinking and partying with people and quite friendly. So, and like I say, if you're going up to that, everyone knows it if you've been to a rave. Alan apparently lived the life, he knows. But you're going up there to carry on the party, drink a few drinks, maybe smoke some weed, maybe take some sedatives or even an upper or whatever. And then at the end of it, you might even say to them, like, oh, can I buy some of this from your flat? Thanks very much. That they didn't take out the thing with them. It might not be a huge, like, criminal enterprise. It might just be a small little deal. Or it might be nothing really. A few hours at an Airbnb that turned into, I don't really know how to get home. Like,
Look, even if he was involved in drugs, he didn't deserve to die, did he? Even if he was, and I don't know he was, didn't deserve this end.
So now, even if he was involved in drugs, when you say involved, what do you mean?
Like, sheer drop.
Do you mean selling them, or do you mean consuming them?
It wasn't dark at 8:50.
I know it wasn't dark at 8:50, but you said it was earlier.
Left at 8:50.
You said it was earlier.
That would have lasted until 9 something in the morning.
You see him backtracking now and just changing what he said. It was just there on your own stream, you dickhead.
How did he fall off that cliff?
Mel wants you to get the Mel gave me £100 video. Good shout.
I just showed you how dangerous it is. It can be done.
Great shout.
You know, he's only got one slip and you're gone, aren't you? I've been on the buses, and you're on the bus.
He's been on the bus.
You go around the corner, and you're literally looking down a cliff, and you're like, I think it was like a foot that way. The bus is off the road.
He's been on the bus.
Be an accident.
Next time he goes to a video, we're putting the Mel song on.
Could be just a tragic accident.
But he might say something really fucking weird again.
But there's lots of.
This is Chibi right up tonight.
There's lots of problems in this case.
What's he even
But that's
doing?
why I haven't done it, because I don't want to be involved in these sort of cases anymore. I've done this for you because I have personal knowledge of the area.
You haven't got any knowledge of anything. You've given us no insight whatsoever. You thought it was nighttime. You don't know what's going on. You haven't done it because you're not covering it, because you're not interested in this shit. You've done it for you because your actual people that give you money have said, Alan, can you come and cover this case? It's a big true crime case. We've been giving you money for years, propping you up on this bollocks. You're supposed to be here fronting this. And like, he's come on for you, even though he doesn't want to, and got it wrong, and it's useless.
You, because I have personal knowledge of the area. I want you to know it's cold at night.
I want you to know it's
I
cold.
want you to know it's desolate. I want you to know it's scary. And I was there when I was 19. There's no way I'd have gone up there, that area at 19 on my own at night. No way whatsoever.
Yeah,
no way
scaredy.
I decided to walk a 7-mile walk.
Ninny.
Unless I was shit scared of somebody that was chasing me.
You got no idea. Ninny.
And that's as far as I'm going to go.
Oh, that's as far as you're going to go. Because you've got nothing to say.
Well, I can tell you this, along with Carly Rodney.
What, the thing you said earlier?
Manny
missed him on the
McCann,
search.
Carly Rodney, Nicola Bully.
Nicola Bullis. Eddie loves her.
They're all very similar. And they all stay in the psyche and will be talked about forever.
What if you talk...
Just like the Watts case will be talked about forever.
Oh my God! The Watts case is nothing like this.
Things don't add up. We're like monkeys. We make up our own thing. We're inquisitive, right? So things don't add up.
Monkeys aren't known for making up their own ideas if you don't give them the full evidence.
We work, oh, what can we do? The trouble is when people go too far, like Katie Hopkins.
Like you.
Who takes the piss out of it, or TikTokers who just make up stories.
Oh my God!
Or people that say, look at his mum dancing in a all inclusive after on the GoFundMe. Look at them nicking all the GoFundMe and dancing and laughing. That never happened. But the trouble with social media is, if someone says it, you freaking believe them, don't you?
You just said it was dark.
If someone says it, don't believe it. Do your own fact checking.
You just said he was up the volcano.
We used to spend all day making a video on the case.
You just said he was up the volcano.
And we're looking for facts. And I hate it being called like a conspiracy theorist or armchair detective. Yes, I am an armchair detective.
No, you're not. No.
Well, I like to think that I actually think about these cases.
You're not sat in an armchair
Like,
and you're not a detective.
This case, I've told you. I'm not doing this case, but I've told you the problem. It was like when he went missing. He shouldn't have been where he was.
No. You can't claim that. You said it was dark when he went missing. You said it was dark and his phone battery on his torch. Where's his torch? He can't see in the pitch dark.
I might come back to see you. It's nice to see you all again.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you
you're
for
gonna
being so
duck out
patient
now?
with me on Rumble.
Is that it?
I know you haven't seen a lot of me, but there are
He's done an hour.
political reasons for that I can't. These I can't do at the moment. But things are looking up, I can tell you that. Things are looking up. And I'm quite happy about the way things are going at the moment.
Is he on antidepressants now?
And as soon as I can come back fully, I will. But it's hard.
It's hard?
It's hard for the armchair detective.
Because you haven't got anything.
It's hard, and I'm always picked out as a bad man.
Is that what's hard?
I'm
Or is
not
it
a bad
because you
man.
haven't done any research whatsoever and you thought you'd just wing this?
I pointed out to you tonight that I don't agree with Katie Hopkins is doing. You might not agree with a lot of things that I've done in the past.
No, you're just as bad as
I
her, you
hope I've
fucking
learned
dick.
from my mistakes.
What?
And I've made many mistakes, and I admit it. And sometimes when I'm wrong, I tell you I'm wrong, even though it's hurt my position. I still tell you I'm wrong. I've got it wrong. I've got this wrong. I've got that wrong. But the main thing is I'm coming from a good place. I'm not coming from a bad place. I'm not here to vilify parents.
Going to fucking prison
or
one day,
vilify
won't you?
friends or vilify people because they're overweight, underweight, they've got a bad job, good job, they're a bit chavvy or they're not, or their friends are not very nice. They're not interested in that. I want to know why he's leaving that desolate B&B at first light. And to me, he's one scared boy.
Oh, come on. Well, who thought that? Why? Because Mark Williams Thomas said, get it off, you fucking dick.
Jay Slater was one scared boy.
Why? Because he
needed help.
It's stupid to say that.
Don't think he got it. Thank you for watching the Armchair
Bye.
Detective. Love being with you. We'll be back. But I say I'm not covering this case. I'm just telling you what I know about the terrain. Over and out.
Over and out. Agent Pandy down. What a fucking shambles. What a shambles. Like, what a shambles. Do you know what I mean? What an awful shambolic mess. Okay, Mark Williams Thomas said that Jay was scared. Just to cover that, I'm not covering the Jay Slater case here. This isn't my place for this. But let's be clear. Mark Williams Thomas suggested that. There's no evidence to suggest it at all. The only other person who made a murmur of that was Lucy. And that was because he was out in the fucking mountains. Lost. So he got scared by then. But if you've been up for 3 days doing the raving and you've been and you smoked loads of weed and you've even taken some sedatives or whatever, I'm not saying you did take sedatives or smoke weed, but you know, if you've done any sort of party drugs like that, your vision, your thinking will be impaired. You could even be hallucinating. Yeah, you might have felt scared at some points, but that might not be because there's anything to legitimately be scared by. And the whole thing, the reason Mark Williams Thomas wanted to play that on and pile it on, is it all points back to the man at the Airbnb, doesn't it? It all points back to the man at the Airbnb, and that's what they want, is it's that man at the Airbnb, you've got to have him, he's the bad man, and there's no real evidence to suggest that at all. But like, if there was, I'd go with some evidence, but until there is, no. But Alan's just picked on the scared and the terrain, and it's just nonsense. Alan basically had nothing at all to say. Like, if he's been there himself, why not get his own photographs out or whatever and like talk about the terrain? He didn't. He used a video from someone else who was up a fucking volcano. Alan came out and said that it was daytime. Sorry, he said it was nighttime, right? First of all, he said it was nighttime, so he got that wrong. Then he said, and he was reading the fucking paper out, so he could have got that right because it's written in the paper. Then he said that there was volcanic lava cactuses that like come up like cactuses. So he got that wrong. That just doesn't happen. There's no such thing. But it was an interesting concept. And then on top of it, he said that Jay was on top of the highest point in Spain. On top of the on top of the highest point here. Anyway, I don't know about Spain, but like here, up on top of this, and that it would have taken him. Like, I don't know how long it takes to get up there, but like he would have been scared because the drive from down by the beach to up there would have. Like, what is he on about? He just got it completely wrong. The landscape up here is very different from the landscape down here, but Alan's been there, so he would know. I don't think he's been to Masca. I think he might have been to Tenerife and maybe taken a coach ride to the top of the thing. You know, like the tourists might. I think he might have done that. And even then, I don't think he would have done. I think he might have just stayed on the beach and just lied about it. But, yeah, he's just talked a shitload of nonsense. He talked a shitload of nonsense. Like, it's really bad. In a good way. In a good way. Bad in a good way. Like, we're enjoying it. Thank you, Mel, for the £100. Here's your song. Everyone hates it when Mel gives me money as well. She's my Nancy.
Mel gave me £100. Now I'm all around like the king wearing crowns. Study hard, he's Messi now. Try hard to feed your falcons, just a bunch of flowers. String for hours, original crew, dream tipping bank holiday. I was here, I've been there. I was here, I've been there. Mel gave me £100. Now I'm lying all around like a king wearing crowns. Study hard, he's Nancy Mel. Kind heart, cathedral falcons. 4 hours, original crew, dream skipping bank holiday. I was here, I've been there. I was here, I've been there. Mel gave me £100. Now I'm lying all around like a king wearing crowns. Study hard, he's Nancy Mel.
I've been ranting the whole time. I've been ranting the whole time on mute. So what I basically said was... No, I basically said was, how does it feel to be Alan now after all of this? All the horrible things he said, all the horrible things he's done. He can't just come around now and say that he's a nice guy and he's fucking, you know, he did all that shit. He can't just, don't feel sorry for the narcissist. because the narcissist will stab you in the back with it. Don't feel sorry for the narcissist, right? The narcissist deserves what he gets. He's only trying to twist and play this. He should feel well jealous now because we've got loads of fun happening on our streams. We've got Super Chuffer going well. We've got Battery Exhausted going well. Mel's giving me £100. I've got my Nancy. You're all my wonderful chuffers. Like, he's so jealous and so bitter and pissy, and he's trying to pretend that he's the good armchair detective. He brought nothing, and this is the point I really want to drive home, right? Is that he said it was daytime, nighttime, didn't he? He said it was nighttime, and then he changed that as part of the live stream. No, I said it was night. I didn't say it was nighttime. It's obviously daytime, and changed it. Caught in not a lie, but a mistake. But he just runs over that. Back when it was the Singing with Kids on Smule, he said about Singing with Kids on Smule, it was photoshopped, and it wasn't photoshopped, and we proved it, right? So, Mel, Mel's giving me enough money now. Thank you very much, Mel.
Where's Nancy? Where do I want it? Where is Nancy anyway?
Where's Nancy?
High heels on my tippies.
Ellen, do you want me to walk into your life wearing my clip-clop shoes?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mel. I'll play the song again before we go. I want to drive this point home, though, right? He made the lie about it was daytime, nighttime. He was very keen and quick just to drive over that and change his story as he spoke. Yeah, well, he did the same with the Singing with Kids on Smule. He said it was photoshopped. It wasn't photoshopped. He said that it was then a duet, and he wasn't there for the duet. They could just join. They can't just join for the duet later and sing with the duet later. They're not VIP. So you had to have done a collaboration room, and then it wasn't an invites thing, and he couldn't have talked to them. And of course he fucking could. And like, you know, it was all that, changing it as you go. That's Alan all over. He's been caught. 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 And now he's got nothing, and no one cares, and he's shit. And he's only done that just to keep the three patrons that he's grifting happy with his lot. And like, what has he done there? It's nonsense. Big ups, Mel.
Where's Nancy? Where do I want it? Where is Nancy anyway?
Where's Nancy?
Right. What a disaster. What a disaster Alan has presented us with. What a disaster the man is. I want to now reload it, and I just want to see, sorry about the adverts on Rumble, I just want to see what he did at the start, whether he did a, like, can anyone hear me? And whether it skipped when we... Here we go. Here we go.
Good evening and welcome to the Armchair Detective.
So 8 seconds in, he started talking. He's actually learned that as well. I swear he watches my content and listens to what I say and then copies the things I tell him to do. I swear. If he wants, we can actually have a conversation where I media manage him and tell him what to do. I can take a percentage cut of his profits if he wants. I can act as an agent. Obviously he would never, but he does listen to the things we say.
Show. I'm just gonna let everybody come in and sit down, and
also there's no point now saying who's going to say hello first, because anaphylaxis doesn't turn up anymore.
You can see and hear me, somebody would tell me.
Oh, now he's doing it.
And I will begin. Meanwhile, you can just have a look at my face, my teeth.
Did he do that again? He's full of gold dust, isn't he? He's full of gold dust. The man just keeps giving. The man just keeps giving.
When you can see and hear me, somebody would tell me, and I will begin. Meanwhile, you can just have a look at my face, my teeth. How are you?
You realise, Alan, that...
Believe it or not, I am not...
Even though you don't think they're in chat talking to you at the moment because there's a slight delay, right, Alan? Everyone can see and hear you on the video that gets recorded. So from the minute you press record and go live, the minute you go live, you are doing your show. So there's no, like, let's just sit here and waste some time. For the people that watch it on video, this is now, I'm watching the video and I'm having to sit through you waste time.
Conspiracy theorist, that's not why I'm here tonight. I'm not here to conspire. I'm here to retire.
What?
And tell you why
You're
I'm
rapping.
not covering the Jay Slater case. I knew straight away.
Okay, this is bollocks. I knew straight away. This is bollocks. It's not that he's not covering it because he's got such a new moral outlook or whatever. It's because he couldn't be fucked. They were giving him money behind the scenes to keep him going while he's got all his problems, and he couldn't be fucked. There's no point in him going on the internet. He was having some sort of breakdown. He hates that we detract him. He couldn't be fucked. It's not because he's got some special, I saw the Jay Slater case and I thought, well, this is one I'm going to duck out of because this isn't the one that I want to get involved in. Like, that's not what happened at all. You just weren't on the internet doing anything, so you didn't. I actually, this is stealing my perspective. Like, I actually said this myself on my last stream about it, which is that we need to take time, step back and observe, be cute, in the words of Gangstar, and just, like, you know, be careful about what we're saying and doing here, because this is not, like, in my opinion, conspiracy nut wonderland, where we do an episode about did he go down to the docks, and we do an episode about what I fucking saw in the stars and what I fucking pretended I predicted and all the fucking nonsense that goes on. You know, I'm not doing all that, and I think he's copied me on that, but only in what I said, not for the fucking reasons. Like, he was busy watching the football and drinking and doing other things.
I wish I would tell you in a minute when I'm told I can be seen. Oh yeah. I no doubt someone will say they can see me. Now, if you're watching this in a replay, I'm sorry for the delay, because I'm not going to start until people can say they see me. And there is quite a...
So you are aware of the aspect that this, like, if anyone's watching and they do YouTube content, which I'm sure there are people that do, you must realise that this kills your stream, Alan. Like, the other people out there probably not doing this, they don't need this tip, but to sit there and just diddle-daddle while you wait for the room to fill up is fine on a live stream, but for the people that watch it later, it kills it. So it's stupid. And you're aware of it, but you don't care about what people's viewing experience is like. You expect them to sit through minutes of your nonsense before they get to the good bit. They're not prepared to do that. That's why you've got no viewers. It's not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons. In the YouTube world, people make their decision within like the first 10 seconds and they just fuck off because of this. Like, this isn't YouTube, it's Rumble, but they're not more persistent on Rumble.
So maybe one of my spanners can tell me if they can see me or not.
It's so sad.
Shay, is that, you can see me now, is it? You are seen and heard. Thank you, Shay. Nice to see you again. Hi, guys. Right, so can we confirm that I'm now live, please?
You just had the confirmation. She just literally said it.
None of my spanners told me. Anyway, right, so off we go. There's a case here.
There's trouble at mill, and this is what happens if you rely too heavily on other people to create your content for you and do things for you, is that when they're not so happy with you, then what? Like, none of your spanners want to do stuff for you, Alan, because they've done so much for you over the years. And if they're watching, any of them, I hope so, because they've done so much for him over the years, given him so much money, support, time. Like, time's huge. They've literally propped him up when he's been an emotional mess. They've like financially supported him. They've been there at all the streams. Like, they've given up so much. Like, they probably feel like they're part of this, like it's their content too, like it's like a team effort. But really, Alan's taken all the anything good, he's taken it all for himself, and you don't give a fuck about them. When it's time for him just to go off and do his own thing, he just goes off and just does it. You don't give a fuck about them. But when it's time to grift them for money, he'll be in on them. So there will be some contact, but they've realised, I'm sure, that there's no point to this. Like, they're better off just going on a different channel where it's better and supporting someone else. If they care about the Kessinger and all that, there's people on YouTube getting millions of views. Like, Alan is inconsequential. They're not doing anything to make the world better. And this happens with Alan. He did the fake views scam, where he's given himself loads of fake views, so they think there's people watching and it's worth it. Other streamers do that too, right? Like, realistically, they're just bored of doing Alan's shit for him, and so they don't need to turn up and tell him that he's live and wipe his arse for him, do they? Because he's a massive man baby.
Where's Nancy? Where do I want it? Where is Nancy anyway?
Where's Nancy?
Thank you very much, Mel.
High heels on my tippies.
Nickel Dam Kessinger demands her kissy with Scotty Hottie. Alan Vinnicombe has made her really mad. She is going to crush him beneath her clip-clop shoes. Alan, do you want me to walk into your life wearing my clip-clop shoes and my brown bikini? Listen up, Alan, you bastard. You are never getting my clip-clop shoes or my kissy. I am Nickel Dam Kessinger, and I demand my kissy from Scotty Hottie. I want him to sex me off a proper good one. I need some kissy from Super Chuffer. Alan, you are a worm and you lose at poker all the time. It's sad to see you scrubbing around and noncing about. You are pathetic, and Rumble is where you belong.
In the UK.
That's massive, Mel. That's loads of money now. Thank you.
About a young teenager called Jay Slater. I saw it when it happened, right? Because, anyway, right, so off we go. There's a case here in the UK about a young teenager called Jay Slater.
It always goes in his mouth.
I saw it when it happened, right? Because
why was he sticking his finger in his mouth when he was thinking about a young teenage boy? Why was he doing that? Serious question.
Anyway, right, so off we go.
Serious question.
There's a case here in the UK.
It's like a subconscious thing, isn't it? Chewing the thumb, sticking his thumb in his mouth. It's like a subconscious thing.
A young teenager called Jay Slater.
Why is he doing this? We call it oral fixation in psychology, where you constantly want to put things in your mouth. Oral fixation. But when he's like coming out, like, you know, literally mentioning the name of Jay Slater, things going in his mouth.
I saw it when it happened, right?
You saw it when it happened. You didn't see it when it happened.
I spent a lot of time in Tenerife. Many, many times I used to be in Tenerife. Used to be a DJ, went over there for holidays.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we need to know who knows Alan from the Tenerife years. We need to know.
And
what did you do in Tenerife, Alan?
Tenerife is a small island, but in two parts. You have the south with Playa das Americas, Los Cristianos, nightlife, party time, beaches, banging.
Banging.
And you have the north, which you wouldn't think it's the same country. It was only a tiny island, right? And that's got Mount Taylor. It's got snow on it. Oh yeah, snow on it. I've been to the top of Mount Taylor by cable car, not climbed it. I'm not that good. And what I'm going to do here is just...
Okay, so that's where we came in, isn't it?
Tell you what it's like to be lost.
Okay, so we didn't miss that much. We missed 2 minutes 42 though, and I had it open on the screen you saw. I was waiting for the live to start. So that's fucking weird. Good old Rumble. But yeah, we missed 2 minutes 42 of an hour and 5 minute broadcast for the Jay Slater. Alan really let himself down today. He did multiple mistakes. He let it be known to the spanners that the only reason he's doing it is for them, really, and he doesn't want to do this. And he didn't have anything to offer. He brought out some new videos that we hadn't seen before because they're not relevant. Just to people's holidays up the mountain. He said that Jay Slater most likely had fallen onto a volcano cactus. Sorry, a volcanic lava cactus, and was probably up the mountain in the dark. So, like, that was insane. Let's watch Down the Rapids and catch up with him, and we might even finish on some Luke. Oh, actually, yeah, I did promise that, didn't I? Did promise that earlier.
He's explaining more to the audience, then do it. But generally, let the guest speak before you then speak.
Do you think that's not a symptom, though, of ADHD?
Possibly, yeah. But now I've been told about it. Because constructive criticism is great. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I've watched back on old interviews, and I'm like, oh, I jumped in there a little bit. I jumped in when I should have maybe stopped and said nothing.
That's the opposite of what happened with Peter Folding, though, isn't it? Is you should have said loads more stuff, but you just fucking let him talk.
So you just learn, but you know, I think that's it, innit? I take every negative and turn it into a positive and learn from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also,
do's and me don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts. They're me do's and don'ts. The do's and don'ts.
And also,
do's and me don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts. They're me do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts. They're me do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts. There's me do's and don'ts. Oh, I do love him in a way. Not that sort of love. Right, so we've had a busy night. That was disturbed at night time. That was disturbance. Alright, hey guys, listen, nightmare guys. I've woken up now in the daytime, guys. The day after the disturbance, guys. So it's been an absolute nightmare, guys. This is what we're doing now. All of a sudden, I'm doing Paul Arnott from Masker. But we're not finished on the show, are we? And Alan didn't really provide. Like, he didn't really go. He doesn't have it in him anymore. So he'll be watching. He'll be having fun watching us doing this. Also, actually, you know these videos? Should we do a little competition while we're at it? See these videos here, yeah? Do you want to tell me something to make in a video? Shall I make a little picture video? Do you want to give me a thing to make in a video? What should we get Alan doing in the video? Should we start with a picture of him? I've just taken a couple of pictures of him. Let's start with a picture of him. Right? For example, this picture. Oh look, there's Jenna. She's looking good. Not wearing her nappy, so that's good, in my opinion. That picture, yeah? That's the picture I'm going to put into the machine. What do you want him to be doing? Let's get in chat. You tell me what you want him to be doing. You can't tell me Emma White and Paul Ansell, because I can't... He doesn't know what they are. Like, something simple like licking a cactus, or like, you know, what do you want him to be doing? Let's get some ideas in chat for what you want him to be doing. I didn't get a picture of his moobs. Tweaking his nips. I don't know if it will let me do that. Get in chat, tell me what should Alan be doing in his picture. Right.
5 o'clock in the morning, guys, and I've had hardly any sleep whatsoever. I am so tired.
Is it 5 o'clock in the morning though? Is it though?
I'm gonna jump in the shower quickly and get outside, start searching nice and early. Today is actually my last day in Masca for about a week.
Bearing in mind this is now 2 days ago, you know, things move fast, don't they? But
if you guys remember, Pedro did say that I could stay here for as long as I wanted. However, he has changed his mind, and that
is the shower running. I can hear the shower running. Has he turned on the shower and then filmed the video? Pedro's kicking him out.
Is no longer possible. I am having to leave here, guys.
And it makes you wonder what Pedro knows, what he's been told, or who he's talked to. It makes you wonder about what the people around him, because it's a small community in Masca, and they talk to each other. It makes you wonder what's been said, why Pedro would change his mind like this.
So I've got another place in another town not too far away, where I'll be moving to tomorrow. So yeah, so much to sort out. I'll be out searching for most of the day or all the morning into the early afternoon. And then I'll need to wash all my clothes, clear this place up.
Wash your clothes? Okay, but you're going to need to pack them for the morning. Aren't you? They better dry quick, I suppose. Mind you, he only has like one bag, doesn't he?
Work out how I'm going to get there.
You haven't worked out how you're going to get there yet? Has Pedro just kicked you out?
Actually work out where I'm going to as well. I know like the area that I'm going to, but I have no idea whereabouts in this area this place is, guys.
It might be easy just to get an Uber or a taxis.
Yeah, I'm going to be there for about a week, and then it'll be on to the next place where I'm staying. So yeah, that's the plan.
On to the next what? Place where I'm staying. Oh, okay. Okay, he might have wanted to say Airbnb, he might have wanted to say hotel, or he might have wanted to say job or something, because like he doesn't know where Jay Slater's about to finish, does he? Like, but he might want to stick around and do some more stuff out there, even though Jay Slater's been found. Who knows? But
anyway, I'm going to have a shower. I'm going to wake up, and I'll keep you updated with all the searching.
I'll keep you updated with all the searching.
Everything. Also, guys, I'm going to be wearing
everything.
A GoPro when I'm out searching.
Well, that would be a good idea.
That one. And I'm just going to keep it switched on and then upload the full videos of the entire set.
Oh my god. You should have been doing that before. Why were you never doing that?
Onto YouTube. So if you guys want to see the actual search and stuff like that.
He wants to be a YouTuber now because TikTok's shit all over him.
Just head over to my YouTube or type in Down the Rapids Official and you'll find it, guys. But big love. See you soon.
Don't type in Paul Arnott, you'll get his old YouTube channel. You don't want to see that. We've had a look. Okay. That was the early start. Then we get this doorbell Airbnb video.
So everybody keeps asking, does this Airbnb have a doorbell on it, guys?
Does it have a doorbell on it, guys? Bearing in mind, this is dark. He said that when people go around walking around in the night time, 2 a.m, whatever, this is supposed to be like just after 5 a.m, I guess. In the dark, it sets off all the dogs.
And I don't think it does. But we'll go up to it and I'll show you.
I can't hear any goats or any dogs going off.
I'm not sure why everybody's asking this. or what relevance there is, but we'll
I've already critiqued this. I've already watched this and critiqued it, so I'll just give you a quick, repeat of what I said on Twitch, which is that he has never shown any interest in the case to this extreme, like to show and find evidence and things like that. He's just been out searching. Now he's the man on the ground, like Curtis Media, getting the important bits of valuable evidence almost, aren't they? I wonder if he's just doing that off his own bat, or just because they said it in comments, because people have said a load of things in comments and he's ignored fucking loads of it. But now all of a sudden he's like motivated to go and collect and gather what could be considered evidence by some people, depending on how you view this.
Look.
And of course there is no doubt, nobody apart from Mark Williams Thomas says there's a buzzer. Like the doorway, it doesn't have a buzzer on it, and the reason it's important, he's saying he doesn't even know why it's important, why it's interesting, like he's naive and just doesn't know. Obviously he does fucking know, doesn't he? Because he's not that naive. Mark Williams Thomas said that the people in there, Jay was in there, they were woken up by a buzzer, and then they went to the door and it was the doorbell, and and Mark Williams Thomas said that, and he said that someone told him that. Yeah, so it's like hearsay, objection, hearsay, but Mark Williams Thomas said it. That's where it's coming from. So now we're going to prove that what Mark Williams Thomas said that Ayub couldn't have got that right, because Mark Williams Thomas has proved it. And it's almost like it all helps to, like, why are you doing something that is basically very important to other people in this way, just on a random because of comments, and you don't discuss the case, you just go out searching? This is so weird from Paul.
There's a lot of cars parked up.
Maybe he's just desperate for attention and clicks now, and he thinks this is something that'll get him some views because people have been asking about it. Maybe it's just that.
A lot of cars. Not normally this many cars.
Making it all sound spooky and scary. A lot of cars. Like, what if someone's staying there? And we all know this because we've seen it before on all pictures, that this is a light switch and a key safe and there is no buzzer.
That's just a
but Paul pretends to not know the reason why this is important.
Switch. It's a light switch for that.
For that.
And a key lock. Just to clarify, guys. Just to clarify.
Why didn't you do that in the daytime? Maybe people don't want him sniffing around places in the daytime, so he's done it at night when no one can see him do it. But then he's posted it on the internet. And he's done it just after he's been told he's kicked out. So that's a video. These are all little TikToks that he's uploaded to YouTube, aren't they? So 5:30 AM search for Jay. We're going to do a little bit of search, and then we're going to go body found. So they're only minute-long videos, though.
So it's 5:30 in the morning, and I am just about to leave mine. I've got everything packed. I've got loads of water, and I've got some snacks as well. I'm really, really tired. But apart from that, guys, I feel like it's going to be really, really productive. Now, I know things on social media from everyone has been super, super quiet, and just news in general. But what I do want to say, guys...
Madness, guys. There was a few ideas floating around on the old socials that there was a media blackout, that people knew and that someone had reported it, and so everyone went quiet and stuff. I think it's quite likely that after the furious pumping of news, the drip feeding of information, with the massive football game taking place between England and Spain, and the absence of any news, that people might have just taken a sort of breather from it at a similar time. And it might not have been an organised media blackout, but...
Its progress is being made, and I'm not just saying that. There's a lot of things that we're keeping off social media, stuff that just does not need to be in the public eye unless you're out here searching. And it really does not, it really just is not important. But I do want to let everybody know that progress...
But something's happening, but it's not important. Like, what's he on about? It's so cryptic and weird, isn't it? And this is what fuels all those funny ideas. That's what fuels it.
Is being made 100%. So please don't think anything different, guys. Right now, I'm still focusing on that first section, but I do feel that soon, guys, especially after speaking with the family and other things, it's going to be time to perhaps move on to another section. Possibly, guys. We'll see what happens. We'll see who gets involved. It is really good. Again, we don't need to talk.
I think with all the different searching people that are out there, he doesn't really know because he's not involved, he's not part of them. But I think with all the good people that are out there and the police, that what's happened is that there's been some sort of reason to search a certain area. Like someone might have looked over their footage, looked over their search pattern, and they might have sat in an office and used their brain and then said, look, all things point towards this. So although we haven't been down these ravines, this is going to be a really, I've got a really strong feeling about this, like an 80%er, and maybe those sort of conversations have gone around, and the decision to get the Dutch search team in by the family has sparked the Spanish to say, hang on, let's get in there and find them before they do, or let's work with them and their intelligence to search. Like the Dutch team might have said, look, have you decided to search this area, because that's the first place we'd search. And they said, all right, okay, you come over, we'll start there. There could be lots of different reasons, but it doesn't mean that somebody knew exactly or anything like this. And they're spinning it up on social media because they've got nothing to say, but they want you to still watch.
About too much unless you're out here searching, guys, but more people are getting involved now, which is just absolutely fantastic. So that's what we want to see. But I'll catch up with you guys soon. Big love.
He seems kind of disappointed, actually, doesn't he? Out there in the middle of the night on his own. In the middle of the morning. Busy morning.
So guys, I just want to say that it's 6 a.m. Also bear in mind that right now it's a Sunday morning. And so many cars have actually gone past me.
I hope you're going to film at least one. And I hope you're wearing something high-vis.
So many cars, it's crazy. In fact, there's another one coming up behind me now. I'm just going to stand to the side.
Just going to stand to the side.
But it's absolutely crazy, guys. Sunday morning, there's so many people about.
Do you not think there might be a reason for that? Being as there's that massive England game with the Spain and the Euros, it might be part of, also it's a big Saturday night on the island, isn't it? So, just forget it.
If I had to guess right now, I'd say that since I started, you can even see cars down here. Well, I don't know if the camera's really picking it up.
No.
But there are cars down here. Since I started, guys, in the last
No, also because they're preparing the ground for this other search team to come in, the Dutch search team aren't gonna, they've been, I don't know a lot about them, right? But in my opinion, they're not just going to turn up. I can't believe I'm doing Jay Slater case now. I said I wasn't going to, but they're not just going to turn up and be like, right, let's have a look at the lay of the land and let's work out a plan. Because they know they're coming, they're going to prepare some things, aren't they? So it might be to do with the elevated search effort that's about to happen the next day. Or it might be just the activity on the island is raised because it's the weekend, it's a Saturday, and it's a big sporting weekend. There's going to be a lot of holiday makers, tourist things going on. So it might be that. Or it might be that Paul Arnott doesn't have a real perception about how many cars go past on a Sunday because he's not up there every Sunday at 5:30 in the morning. There's so many different reasons why we just can't really judge much from the fact that he thinks a few cars are going past. But obviously you can fold this in and say, oh well, they're dumping the body up there, and they've got 20 cars for dumping the body because they want more and more witnesses.
40 minutes, at least 6 or 7 cars have come past me, so keep that in mind. Early morning, Sunday morning, so many people about, guys. Do keep that in mind.
I mean, you're about. Do keep it in mind. But what does he say? He doesn't say anything about it. He says keep it in mind. What does he mean by keep it in mind? So that's exactly seeding an idea without stating the idea. This is the sort of behaviour that dodgy influencers do. And when I say dodgy, I mean fucking dodgy. It feels to me like someone's in his ear telling him to sort of seed. I mean, I'm just saying that as a nonsense, white room nonsense. I'm in my madness room, my white room. But do you know what I mean? Why is he just? Or maybe it's just the way he is. But it certainly helps certain people, and considering the seriousness of the truth of this. What do you mean just by consider that, guys? Is he trying to hype up the idea that he knows that Jay Slater is going to be found? Because if that's the case, that makes him look really fucking dodgy as well, doesn't it? He's never had any close contact with the police or anything like that. They've kept him at arm's length at best. Like, the only person he's got contact with is Isla Tricure, isn't it? Like, busy Sunday morning traffic. Okay, let's see you up the mountain.
So guys, just to give you an idea of what the environment
Really, we've done this a million times though, haven't we? Haven't we? Just to give you an idea of the environment. Like, everyone's been on Google Maps anyway, so shut up.
looks like round here is absolutely insane. Check this out, guys.
Check this out, guys. Madness, guys.
It's absolutely crazy. When people are out here, including myself, saying it's a vast area, please understand it's a vast, vast area.
I do understand that.
It is absolutely huge. You can see, guys.
Which is why it's so stupid for you just to be out there wandering around without maps and recording your positions.
We're just surrounded by rock. Rocks are constantly falling around you as well.
Geologist now.
Every time you're walking down here, guys, every sort of like 10-15 minutes you can hear big rocks falling. You have to stay
big rocks falling
as far away from the edges as possible. But lots of bushes, lots of ditches.
You see, lots of ditches. Is he really saying, like, because let's be real, it's quite reasonable to suggest that we think this is what happened to Jay Slater. I would have thought it from the start. His phone was in that area, he's gone up the road, and although I don't still get quite into my head, I was watching Kelly Blank Faces the other day. We all watched his trip up the mountain, and the thing that I don't quite get into my head is why that route is a good idea. But then again, I do remember times where I've been at raves myself, having been up all night. Like, I told a couple of stories the other day. Like, one time we've been up the local hills. Like, it wasn't even a rave, we'd just been up the local hills all night, you know. It was dark, but the sun was like 2 hours from coming up or something. We wanted to go back to the car, me and my mate. I think we'd taken narcotics. It's quite discombobulated, and our decision was to walk towards this light that was like clearly what we thought was the lamppost that we were going to just find the car underneath. But instead, that light was the lamppost on a distant estate on the other side of town, and it just looked like it was in our eye line. And like, we ended up walking for like 4 hours. The sun came up, we were on the wrong side of town, we had to walk all across town to get back, and it was just a simple mistake, but we were discombobulated, weren't we? So like, these things can happen, but that's the only thing I can't get my head around, is why he chose that route. But once he's committed to that route, I can completely understand that it's a few steps away from death, basically, isn't it? You slide, you miss, you don't see the danger, and you're gone. So I can completely understand that. Yeah, big ups, Missy Bell.
Where's Nancy?
Where's Nancy? Where do I want it?
My hyperactive.
Where's Nancy anyway?
My hyperactive energy has died down now, and I'm just going to critique this nutter for the next hour and a bit, because you don't want me just to end the show, do you? But I should have more buttons for this. You're being very, very generous. You're being incredibly generous, to the point where, you know, it starts to make me feel a bit embarrassed and a bit like, well, so you can just chill. But I am very, very grateful. I am absolutely grateful. I'm trying to find a good button for it, because I've pressed all the good buttons now as well. I've pressed all the good buttons. Where's, you know, I need a good button.
Cheeseburger challenges.
You got cheeseburger challenges then?
Cheeseburger challenges.
Lekker and fearless, we came to take one.
Very much like this all the way around.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I was aware I was looking at my buttons when I was saying that as well. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Guys.
You know, it makes certain people really cross. But that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it because it's all good in the hood. So this time another useless video, but it kind of proves he's up there, I suppose. Like,
so these are the areas, guys, if you come to and you have no idea where you are going to get lost. There's no question about it. For example, the decision to take a left here and to take a right here literally means hours and hours and hours and hours extra of work. And to be honest, if you're not used to it, everywhere looks the same now. Obviously, I've been up and down these areas.
You don't think about using maps, though?
Multiple times, guys.
And what about the fact that whether he had 1% battery or not, like, I suppose up to the point of 1% battery, he's got his map, hasn't he? But when that goes, he starts to become in a lot more trouble, yeah. Like, it's really like Paul Arnott. That's what I was saying just a minute ago, isn't it? It's like Paul Arnott is laying the groundwork to make the case for what is quite a reasonable explanation for Jay Slater going missing, that he wandered off and fell down these mountains. But never before has Paul Arnott tried to make a case for anything. He's just gone into the mountains and said, if he was here, I'm looking here, I think he's here, his phone pinged here. I suppose that counts as sort of making the case for it. But it's like he's trying to, and people are going to question this because it's 2 days, or this one is 2 days before Jay, or a day before Jay Slater was found. So people are going to say it feels a bit sus that he's laying this groundwork in this case in this moment. But then again, like, this is his commitment to being up there, to being like, if at this point Jay Slater hadn't been found, what's the point in him still being up there? Like, he's making a case for that as well, isn't he? So like, there's a double-edged sword there. Mel, thank you very much. I can't keep saying thank you to you though.
Battery exhausted. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about or who you're talking to. That's the problem.
Please, please, please. That's loads of money now, Mel. Thank you very, very much. But please, please, please consider just chilling now.
Cathedral falcons, just a bunch of flowers, stream for hours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
There's and also
do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
I really am used to the environment.
Thank you. That's loads though, no? It all adds up. That's loads. Thank you very much.
Now I can tell which ways to go. I can tell by different ridges. I mean, just areas.
He can tell which way to go, even though everyone else needs a map.
It's like this. It doesn't look. It just looks really familiar to me, guys.
Because he's an expert. Because it's familiar. Because he's been up there every day, and it's not that far from his fucking Airbnb.
I have a good understanding of where to go. But you can see.
So if you've been there repeatedly and you know it so well, what good is it you searching it over and over again?
It's so easy to get lost. So easy. Let me just do a panoramic again. You can see the huge.
They're not panoramics if you're in portrait view. Also, does it matter if you're going over and over it again and again? Like, does it count as searching? Is what you're doing searching?
These huge rocks. Absolutely everything, guys. Still pretty misty in here as well, which is surprising. And it did clear up earlier.
It's not surprising. It's because you're not usually up this early, so you're now not used to it being this misty.
But it seems to have come back. But yeah. Crazy.
Great video. Crazy, guys. God, I can't believe I'm having to wade through these. Searching high up, Jay's phone, Jay's last phone ping, and then we get to his last day in Masca. So searching high up.
So guys, I just want to point out how high up we are here in Masca, or just outside of Masca. Jay's phone last ping from up here, but just here, guys, you can see a cloud.
I'll tell you what this feels like. It feels like he is desperately trying to grind out the last bit of content he can make as well. Like, it really does feel like he thinks that Jay's going to be found soon, and there's a lot of murmur on social media that people out there that were searching basically felt that and were sort of feeling that it was going to happen and that they were going to announce it. And however, whatever, you know, grapevine and whatever, there's question marks about it, but it does. I can see why they feel like this. And here's another reason: is it's like he's grinding his content out, but then again, he's like coming to the end of what he's got to say, and he's thinking, well, I better grind out some more content. This is my raison d'etre, isn't it? Get up there and make fucking 10 TikToks.
Version.
Just think of something to say. He's already talked about these clouds before.
So for those of you who aren't into your mountaineering or hiking, a cloud inversion is where you are actually
hiking
above the clouds. So normally you look up and you can see the clouds. Obviously right now we're looking down and we can see the clouds, and we will be heading down there. There's a few bits we need to do down there, and I'm going to stick the GoPro on, guys, and film the whole thing.
You've not got the GoPro on already?
But there's a body of water that needs a thorough check, so that's one of the reasons.
This is what I don't understand. Like, the GoPro can probably film for hours, yeah? So why don't you just fucking put it on all day and just leave it on just in case? It could be the thing that saves your fucking life. You never know. Like,
well, I will be heading down there, but just want to show you again, if you guys haven't seen how vast the terrain is in this section, like all the different sections. You can see, guys, there's the clouds. Absolutely crazy. The time is now 1 minute to 7, guys. 1 minute to 7.
And you've been up there, and this is exactly, I know where this is because I recognise the view. You've been up there 2 hours, and you've got to the bit of the road where it goes off down the path where we've been looking at, like, you know. Ready for your chicken burger yet? What about the pom bears? Where's my pom bears?
It's now got light.
Big up, Smell. Love to you.
Very beautiful.
Right. I'm looking out in chat, but like, what reply do you want? I'll give you a reply. You've given me loads of money. What reply do you want? I love you too, Mal. Love you too. But don't get excited. Don't get funny. Don't go all what you call it, baby reindeers on me.
Right. Let's start, guys. Let's start the day.
No, you're good. You're good.
Let's go.
Let's start the day. Well, you're 2 hours into it, aren't you? Jay's phone.
So a lot of people are going around.
So we didn't get. I said he was going to upload the full GoPro to YouTube and whatever. We didn't get that yet. Okay.
Social media right now saying Jay's phone has been found and it was found at the beach and all this kind of stuff, guys.
This really interests me though, is that he now seems like. Maybe it's just because of a decline in his views and he's getting eggy about all the people that are criticising him. So he's seeing them say things and he's like, right, well, I'm out here, I'm going to say things. But it feels like at the start he wouldn't have engaged in this sort of gossip or back and forth or even conversation about the case at all. And now he's quite happy to debate pedantic, small, well, quite big evidence points. But you know what I mean? Like little bits and little pieces of it. Starting with going to film that doorbell and all sorts. Like.
And I just want to put it out there that Jay's phone has not been found.
Really?
And it's absolutely not true. I'm in contact with the family and his phone has not been found.
What that means is I've asked his family if his phone has been found and they've told me no. Like I'm in contact with his family, but he didn't say it like that. But, you know, okay.
It's absolute nonsense, guys. So if you have been hearing this on social...
Why are we walking around in the pitch dark? Where are we going? And why aren't all the dogs barking? Because you said it sets them off if you walk around in the dark and you're talking to your phone.
Media, please do not believe it. This is the problem with social media, guys. You know, it can be such an amazing thing, it really can, at times, and then at other times it's got a really, really ugly side to it as well.
You're part of the ugly side?
But it is starting to get a tiny bit lighter now, which is good. Hopefully by the time we get down to the bottom of this path, we'll be ready to head straight down the ravine.
Is this from the same day or is it from the next day? It's really confusing, isn't it? The way he's uploaded them.
There's a few bits that I need to check out today, including a body of water, which...
He actually says body.
I have traversed across in the past. I have checked it out. I believe it's quite shallow, and yeah, we're going to double check it.
Doing the foldings.
Yeah, I'm 99.9% sure it's absolutely fine, guys. But you know, I know the route.
Peter Folding's search rate hits 99%
down there, so it shouldn't
98% now, isn't it?
Too long, hopefully, fingers crossed. But we'll get it all on the GoPro. So if you are interested, do check out my YouTube, guys.
I am checking out your YouTube. I'm watching this on YouTube, and the GoPro footage is not here. You fucking dickhead. Jay's phone last ping.
So guys, it's 6:30 in the morning and I am at the spot where Jay's last phone signal pinged from.
You've done videos about this before as well, and you've stood in this spot before apparently. I don't know why this is better now that it's dark, but yeah.
Or from where the last 3 what words signal came from. And it is still dark. You can just make out the ridges on the mountain. It's super, super dry like always. Dense bushes. And what I want to say, guys, is, for example, if you were to slip down or slide down, even just like a place like this.
Yeah, you've said it multiple times, we know.
There's a very good chance that the imprint that you may leave will be no much bigger than something like this. That's if you're lucky. You know, it's all good that we are tracking footprints, or at the start when it was a lot more obvious.
You're sort of saying, because I remember you showing us like scuff marks that you made with your foot, you're saying that you were able to track all this, but now you're sort of saying that maybe if he fell down here you wouldn't be able to track it. So it feels like you're saying he might be down here but I might have missed him. Like maybe if there's been word through the grapevine or some, you know, like it's a small island, people talk, yeah, so maybe if there's been some murmur that somebody's decided to search in this particular area because they feel there's more chance that he's down there. Like I said, I don't think it's like someone knows he's down there. I think if you're the search teams, you put your heads together, you look at the maps, like Mark Thomas was suggesting, making that map, putting all the things. If you look at that, then you'll get areas where you have clearly searched and areas where you haven't, and areas where it, like, you know, this could be more of a red hot spot here, this one we've checked, like, and you're going to say, you know, it's quite likely. So on Monday we're going to go to this hot spot where we think all roads to sort of start to point towards, and like if we're going to find him anywhere, we might find him there. That sort of murmur might go around, yeah. And Paul is going to shit his knickers because he's going to think, well, that's where I've been. I'm supposed to have, I've been there. So now he's going up here saying, yeah, he could be here, but I wouldn't have, no one's expected to have, like, if he'd gone down there, I couldn't have.
Leakages in the foliage, and footprints, and a few other different things. Although that's really, really useful at the start, it's not always that useful now. However, there are some places which we will be investigating today, where those signs possibly still will be because they're just untouched by people. So now
he's going off somewhere else.
It does depend, guys. It really does depend. But just to put this into context, the phone signal tower is up round a bend. There's a huge tunnel here now. A lot of people always go on about this tunnel. Has it been checked? It's been checked.
It's back here again.
By a million people, guys. And all it's to do, it's just to help with the water flow on the mountain. It's part of the...
Like, he might as well set up his tent here because he stays here all the time.
Water drainage system, here it is here. But yeah, it's been checked many times.
And he's refusing to go in there again. It's spiders. Right, last day in Mascot. He's not responsible for the entire area. That's all been checked by all the proper authorities anyway. He only got up there after they'd left.
So guys, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and it is official. It's my last day in Mascot for about a week. I had all my alarms going off this morning. However, I don't know what's happened. I think like my phone's updated. And I had Pedro banging on the door.
I cannot believe this. What a selfish little chuffer, right? Pedro's told you the day before you need to be out. He's given you the time and the day. You've actually been on Pedro's, Pedro's really helped you, hasn't he? He really helped you. You were saying he saved your life, he got you this place. For Pedro's benefit, you're not packed and ready, you're not up. You're up at 5 o'clock the day before, ready to do your TikToks. Pedro's had to bang on your door and get you out. Like, how fucking annoying for Pedro. And imagine what it'd be like. He just woke up. Oh, sorry, Pedro. Oh, my clothes are still wet. Oh, I just need to charge my phone. Oh, sorry, Pedro. Like, oh, sorry, Pedro. It's crazy. Nightmare, Pedro. Like, chuffer. Pedro's well eggy now.
Like 9:45 this morning. He wanted me out by 10, but he was banging on the door.
He was banging on the door at 9:45 and you weren't ready. Like, oh, it's not 10 yet though, Pedro. Are you even up though? Yeah, honestly, I am. I'm just going to get in the shower. You haven't got time for a shower now. I want you out. My guests are arriving.
I was like, oh no, Pedro.
Oh no.
So anyway, I'm out of there. I've come out. There's quite a few people about. My plan for today is I don't really know what's going on. I'm going to now catch a bus.
He said yesterday he was going to make this plan for what he was going to do today, and he didn't make the plan, so he's been kicked out by Pedro. I don't know what's going on.
Into Santiago del Tidi. From there, I'm either going to go into another town or I'm going to hang about there for about 4 or 5 hours, because I can't actually get into my next place until 4 o'clock. And I also need them to send me my details, like to actually get into the room, because I haven't been sent anything like that. Also, I don't know how it's happened because I travel so light. I always travel with just a backpack and one rucksack. I've ended up with another bag.
He's got a plastic bag with him now, along with his backpack and his rucksack. He doesn't know how it happened. I'll tell you how it happened, because you've been buying things and people have been buying things for you.
And which is super annoying, but it's just from where I've got like an extra pair of trainers, and then some toiletries, like my toothbrush. But mainly
it's not just that. That's the stuff that would have been in your bag. The other stuff that we're not seeing that's taking up the space in your bag is in your bag. Mel!
I can't take it anymore! What are we gonna do? We got a big problem.
This is too much money now, Mel.
Uh-oh.
This is too much money.
I can't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you. Thank you. It's like, it's too much money now.
My boots and GoPro stuff and chargers, electrical stuff. But that's the plan for today. So today I'm not really going to be.
Like your boots and your electrical charges and that was stuff you already had. The stuff that is extra that you've bought that's gone in the bag that you don't want us to see is now in the bag.
Active or searching.
Oh, the man annoys me. Morning from hell.
So this morning has been an absolute nightmare, guys.
Nightmare, guys. Classic. We've got a classic. We've got a classic on our hands.
So this morning has been an absolute nightmare, guys. I've been waiting at the bus stop since about 10 o'clock. It's almost 12. And Google has said that all the buses are coming. However, there hasn't been a single bus. I've got ages to wait now. There's a few people who are coming about. I've just had...
Are they taxis? You've got loads of money. Just take a taxi. Also, I said this... I've already watched this one, so I'll say it again. If you live on that small island and you work in that cafe and he's in there asking about the buses, you get on the phone and you ring up the people that work on the buses and you say that fucking Paul Arnott's going around trying to get a bus. Just whatever you do, just don't come by here by the cafe. You know the cafe, the bus stop? It's just Paul Arnott. It's only him. No one else wants it. I've told the locals they're going to go up by the market and catch it up there. Yeah, just don't come by the fucking cafe. No buses by the cafe today. All right. Safe. Put it around in a bit. And you probably say that in Spanish, don't you? No buso del café. Okay, amigo. Hola.
A really nice chat with a lad who was studying English. So he's from Masca. He's 19 years old. He's studying English at university. And we've just had a massive chat. Really, really pleasant lad.
Just a massive chat. Another one of these interactions that he doesn't record.
He's got really, really good English communicating skills. But he was just telling me lots and lots of history about Masca, his opinions on...
That'll be really interesting then, because that will come out in your TikToks later. You can use that for content. Don't record him saying it, just learn it and then say it yourself later in a minutes long TikTok.
The case, how kind of locals are thinking.
All the local opinions. Well, then you can tell us that and it will just be hearsay, but we'll believe that he said it.
I mean, he was saying...
Oh, here we go.
That this story is a little bit morbid, I must...
Like, this is really convenient, isn't it, sometimes? I mean, I don't know what he's about to say, I can't remember, but, like, I don't think it is that relevant what he's about to say. However, like, for this sort of bollocks, like, it feels... I don't want to say, like, conspiracy nonsense, but it feels like, you know, the Mark Williams Thomases of this world, the arbitrary cures, can use someone like this to just pump out seed information. Like, or anyone can. Anyone can. Let's say that, anyone can. Because, like, now he's spoken to a local who's told him this thing, but it doesn't mean that he really has. It means he's telling you that he has, and he never videoed it. And he might have done, but even if he had done, this wouldn't be admissible in court. Objection, hearsay. Do you remember Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? Objection, hearsay. Like, you're a YouTuber, you're a TikToker, you're doing things, you've got your video camera in your hand, this guy's telling you interesting stuff, you video it. Like, what are you doing?
Say, guys, but lots of people actually come here if they wish to, if they don't want to continue with life anymore.
Oh my god.
And there was a woman and her husband who had a big argument, and the woman came up here
and the woman,
and she jumped off the top.
And she jumped off the top. Sorry, a really serious thing explained to us by a 9-year-old. They had a really big argument, and she come up here and she jumped off the top.
And there was...
If you haven't clicked like yet, click like for this. If you haven't clicked like on this stream yet, click like for this. And if you don't click like, then what? Come on, it's just your thumb. It's just your thumb. Mel's used her thumb to give me hundreds of pounds. I'm only asking you for one thumb click. Just use your... If you don't like your thumb, use your finger. Use your finger. Come on. What are you? Like some sort of savage who won't even just lift a finger for someone else? Come on.
A woman and her husband who had a big argument.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
And the woman came up here and she jumped off the top.
And she jumped off the top. Explained to us by a Teletubby.
And the police obviously investigated it and everything. There was a letter that was right at the end, but it's quite...
There was a letter that was right at the end. You mean written?
Crazy place. There aren't really that many accidents here, but people do come to...
Right, well that's not really what happened with Jay Slater though, is it? This is just a sort of, like, you've had a bad morning because you can't get the bus, you've been chatting to someone and they told you this. Like, what is his TikToks?
stop continuing life, if I can put it like that.
You can put it like that.
And what the lad was saying, unless you're actually in the mountains, unless you're born out here, you just don't come out climbing. You just.
What he means is, what the fuck are you doing here, messing about in the mountains, you nutter? But you haven't read that from what he's saying to you. Like, you're like, other people just don't come out here. But he means you.
Don't do it. Like all the mountain rescue people. This terrain out here is a lot different to what we have in the UK. This is a lot more volcanic. It's a lot more softer rock. And people just don't climb here. It's so dodgy, guys.
It's a lot more softer rock. The rock is softer.
But just a quick update. I've got about 40 minutes and my bus should be here. Then into the next town and then go...
Have a chicken burger.
From there, but the tourists are arriving in Masca. Tourists are arriving.
You are a tourist in Masca. Fucking knobhead. The condescension of it. The tourists are arriving. Like, who are you?
So guys, a very, very big update right now.
Big update because, you know, most people will get this update from the news, but 10,000 people decided to watch this one. I'm one of them. Like, what are we doing watching these? Big update from a man who basically has just heard it on the news, yeah?
Body has been found in the area where Jay has gone missing from.
Where Jay has gone missing from. So don't say where I have been searching, because that'll make you look stupid, yeah?
So guys, a very, very big update right now. A body has been found in the area where Jay has gone missing from, guys. So we're going to see what happens. This is official news as well. I'm just with my friends now. I've got a few bits to...
I'm sorry, who? Pedro Mark II. Pedro's kicked me out. I've got a new Pedro. Hey, daddy. Who's the daddy now? Have you seen my new daddy?
This is official news as well.
It's not a fish of blues. Listen, it's not a fish of blues.
Guys. So we're going to see what happens. This is official.
This is a fish, it says. It's not a fish of blues. It's not a fish of blues. It's official dues. I'm just with my
friends now.
Friends. Who's this friend? Who's this friend? I'll do this again. I'll you know, I can see it. I can see it. I'll do this. I did this on Twitch yesterday. I'll do it again. I can see it. It's me, isn't it? It's me. Isn't it? It's me with the in the future with the grey hair. Look. It's me. Isn't it? Somehow I've got caught in a weird time loop where I'm in the future affecting events. I've come back from the future to affect events today, my timeline, and I'm out there in Masca in a Hawaiian shirt and a skirt made of a tablecloth, wandering about with Jay Slater. Not Jay Slater, Paul Arnott. He looks like me with grey hair. He looks like me. This could be the Matrix. I mean, it could be that I've come back from the future and I'm, you know, just to mess with me. That's the sort of thing I'd do. If I found time travel in my, you know, imagine I learn how to time travel in my life, yeah? Like discover the secrets of time travel. I could go back in time and fuck with myself and Paul Arnott. Be in one of the Paul Arnott videos that I end up critiquing on the internet and be like, have a good laugh about it. You're right, Eddie's curtain shorts. No, wait, you're right. That's Eddie's curtain shorts. Dover and Dolly's mum, you're right. This is a turn up of the books, isn't it? Are they my cigarettes that I smoke? What are they? They don't look like my cigarettes that I smoke. Maybe I'll change my brand in the future. Like, if they're Eddie's curtain shorts, maybe this is a signal. Continue the streamis. Continue the streamis. Ob's done a crash. Continue the streamis. We're back. I would never wear sandals. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, would you do the fandangos? Thunderbolts and lightnos, very, very frightnos. Me? Who did that in chat? What's wrong with you? Quantum leap and adopt. This is what it is. But look, there's sandals down there. You can see them. Look, I would never wear sandals. You're not getting me wearing sandals. I don't care. Not even if I've got athlete's foot or whatever. Are they sandals? They might not be sandals. No, they're sandals, aren't they? I'm never going to. I'm never going to. Maybe it's a strappy sandal though. Maybe it's a lady's shoe. I could wear a lady's shoe. Oh no, they're going to clip that and say that I'm a thing. I'm never going to wear sandals. It crashed. Coincidence? Don't think so. Exactly. That's the Illuminati. I'm the Illuminati from the future, coming back to the present to mess with my own head on streams. And I knew that I'd be doing this, so I don't know why I bothered. Or could I remember? It's weird. They're Eddie's curtains though, so what that means is I've been and seen Eddie and wrecked his curtains up. Or could this be someone from Eddie's world trying to give us a signal? Perhaps they've dressed as me, because they're going to replace me with this old chuffer. He's not old, he's just all grey. Like, it's really thrown me. Anyway, this is Luke. I want to call him Luke. It's not Luke, is it? What's his name again? Paul. This is Paul's new friend. He just described him as his friend. I didn't know he had any friends on the island. Suddenly he's got a friend, and this is it. This is the man. His new friend. So it's interesting.
I've got a few bits to sort out. I'm moving down into this area.
He's moving in with his friend.
You know what? In a way, I don't want...
Like, is he moving in with him, or just into a flat that guy runs, or like what's going on? Anyway, we're talking about Jay Slater. We found his body. So we got distracted about your bollocks. We're supposed to be talking about Jay Slater being found, but we got distracted by your day and the things that are important to you.
To be found and him to be alive somewhere. However, if this is Jay, this is going to be the most amazing closure for the family.
Amazing,
and,
guys.
You know, I just want to see...
Crazy closure, guys.
Debbie get that closure, that's all I want. You have no idea.
It's not all you want. All you want is to see Debbie get that closure. You've never really talked about that.
Missy Mel sent tippies. Love you forever. Super Chuffer owes 50 hugs.
Wow. Thank you, Mel. That's loads. That is loads. I keep saying it, but it is really loads. Thank you. Thank you. I do really appreciate it.
I dream about food every night.
I'm running out of buttons. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Poor woman's going through. Actually speaking to her personally, it's absolutely crazy, but...
Actually speaking to a person, he's just trying to name drop, isn't he? He's trying to drop in there that he's been in, I assume he's got a phone number that he can call. I assume he's phoned her. You know, I assume she's quite appreciative of him trying to search, so she has to like answer and be nice, but I bet she's fed up of it at this point. He's probably just phoned her up to say, I'm sorry, or maybe he texted her and she replied texted, but been in contact, you see. It's not like direct, is it? Like, been in contact.
I just can't believe it, guys. I really, really can't.
Press 1 to say Mel is ace. Big ups, Castle Dude. That's a good shout. If in chat you agree that Mel is ace, can you please press 1? It's better than clicking like, actually, if you've got a button that you can press, the 1 button. Just a simple 1 in chat.
Believe it. Anyway, I'm going to sort a few bits out and I'll catch up with you guys soon.
He's going to sort bits out?
Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. This might be...
Whose is this car?
Be the news that we're all looking for.
It might be the news we're all looking for. And then it's this guy's car. It's my car. That's my Back to the Future car. That's the DeLorean, look. Isn't it? That's the DeLorean. Look, it's all silver and low. That's the Back to the Future.
This might be...
Look, it's silver and low.
This might be the news that we're all...
This might be the news that we were looking for.
We'll see what happens.
How have I managed to get that to go to Back to the Future? There you go. There you go. So we've been updated. He doesn't put his search cam up, but it's not going to be that interesting now, is it? But we've been updated. Body found. And since then, nothing. For a vlogger and a YouTuber and stuff, he doesn't do much of that, like, vlogging and stuff, does he? Like, he's not so, not so quick to do the vlogging. Love you, bro, is the last one on here. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've seen less tacky drag acts. What are we doing here? Love you, bro. I mean, inappropriate at best. 2 latest TikToks, 1 million and 1 million there. Body found, love you, bro. 1 million views, 1 million views on TikTok. It's not even, like, that isn't even content, that one, that Jay Slater, love you, bro. That's not even content, 1 million views on TikTok. So I don't even care these days. Like, you can have 1 jillion views on TikTok and I don't have to care, because like it seems like you can do a video of just doing an ooh-cha-cha dance, or like a picture of Jay Slater with a heart, and like I don't know what works on the internet these days, but that is savage. Love you, bro. You don't know him, you've never met him, you don't love him. You love, I mean, it's changed your life, hasn't it, Paul Arnott? But fucking hell, like, and the song choice. You're a weird. You're a weird. He wrote love you, bro, yeah. He wrote love you. Like, the thing says under there, love you, bro. It's the name of the video, and it's got a heart, like a red heart. I think people have been putting the blue hearts for the poor boy that died in Tenerife, Jay Slater. They've been putting the blue hearts for the poor boy that died in Tenerife. But this one's a red love heart for Jay Slater. Love you, bro. Forever 19, bro. Thanks for changing my life and getting me out to Tamasca. I've got 2 weeks in an Airbnb now that I'm going to enjoy. Thanks, Jay. What the fuck? He's a savage. It doesn't need to be done. It just simply doesn't need to be done. You don't need to do a TikTok. Like, you don't need to do that TikTok at all. There's just no need to do it, is there? Like, do you know, it reminds me a little bit of when you go on Twitter and, like, you know, someone dies and people put RIP, and we do it a bit, don't we, some of us, you know, a bit. RIP Madonna or whatever. She's not dead, but, like, I did a time-stamped, you can time date your tweets, and I had a guess. I was wrong, but I had a guess. Anyway, RIP Madonna, like, whatever. And, like, you know, Madonna's not going to see it, and her family's not going to see it, but you're sort of talking to the internet. But, like, he's talking to more than the internet there. He's talking to all the people that have watched his content, and, like, that's how he felt was a good thing to do. Like, it just shows you the level of the thinking, doesn't it, in a way? It's fucking bizarre. I want to do Isla Tricure, but I don't want to. I want to do it on a separate stream. I think I want to upload it to Super Chuffer rather than here, but Isla, where is she? Tricure. Isla Tricure official. Her TikTok is absolute garbage as well. Look at this. May he be at peace. May his family heal from this tragic loss. Now we are free, Lisa Gerrard. Rest in peace, Jay, with a bad JPEG. This is what he would have wanted. And I'm sure she thinks it's really classy because her choice of music isn't like one of those horrible pop songs like You Tramps. She's used a really inspiring piece of music, so... 1 like equals 1 cactus. You don't have to put blue hearts in my chat. You can put green hearts in my chat for me. You can put cactuses for Jay if you want. I mean, like, it's stupid. Listen, Jay's dead. He was dead 2 weeks ago. We all knew it, I think. I think it's just like a bit of a weird, like, it's a weird double standard, really. Like, you know, I don't think many of us are going to go to bed upset over the Jay Slater case for reals. I know it's sad. I know his family is sad, and I feel sorry for them and their loss and all that. You know, I'm a real human being that's got compassion and all that. But in reality, I'm not going to put fucking rest in peace, Jay, R.I.P. You were my friend. Long live hearts. I'll always remember you on my fucking Facebook, and nor should Isla. It just looks weird. It just looks fucking strange. Alan's Moobs Pina Colada. That's a good comment. Alan's Moobs. You've seen spirit boxes on Jay? Yeah, well, yeah. Do you want me to do a spirit box on Jay? I'll do one now. I'll do the... Where's the... I haven't got the Ouija board on. I'll do a spirit box. Jay, you here? No! No, I'm not here! I heard him talking. No, it's not me! Well, who is it then? Ah, just someone else! Spirit box, isn't it? It's fucking nonsense. You can, what you can do with the spirit box, you can tune the radio into lots of different things. Don't even start me on that nonsense. Don't start me on the nonsense. Don't start me on the nonsense. But like, what the fuck? Like, she wasn't that sad about Jay Slater the other day when she was doing this. Behind the scenes at This Morning. Hey, I'm on This Morning. Look at me on This Morning. There's Giles. Way. Hey, look at me. Is that you? Who's that? No, that's someone else. That's Giles. Creeping around the makeup room. Got no need to be in there whatsoever, has he? In the makeup room.
Ready?
Oh, that's it. He's definitely a nice guy because of the jumper. Everyone can get jumpers now, Giles.
Hi, hello.
There's a dog.
There's a new landlady in town.
Hooray! Look, way!
To your pub.
Booze and the football. Hooray!
Blinis, champagne.
Isla's TikTok is absolutely pumping. 5,000 views for that. No one gives a shit. Giles Brandreth.
The next story, which is
At Giles Brandreth having a Biden moment. Not everyone agreed on the definition of pimping on This Morning. 5,000 views. It's like no one gives a shit.
all about pimping up.
Pimping up.
Sheds.
Now, clearly the word pimping has changed its meaning since I was a boy.
We had to have a little chat backstage, and I explained it. Yeah.
Yes.
I explained it to Giles. We had a little chat backstage, and I had to explain it to Giles. No, it's not with the Jimmy Savile kind of pimping. No, we're not bringing any children onto the show today. No, Giles, not the kind of pimping you think about. No, it's not the sex pimping, Giles. No, it means doing up your shed, Giles. Fuck off. No one cares. 4,000 views for that. 4,000. No one cares. You see how it just doesn't, like, you know, her TikTok is nonsense. And obviously what they did want to watch was what she said about Jay Slater. I'd have to do these in another video. I really still, even though he's been found, I still want to critique these videos. This one's about 15 minutes long. That one's 9 minutes. The dressing gown videos, that one's 9 minutes, and that one's 15 minutes. And like, oh, she's so relatable because she's just in a dressing gown. These ones, they are really worth me critiquing. So I will be critiquing those, but I'm not going to do it now. It's not for this, not for now. But yeah, her TikTok is just awful, isn't it? And like the fact that she was quite prepared at the start of the Nicola Buddy thing to just say TikTok goes in the bin because it's shit. And then at the time she even had a TikTok. She had a TikTok back then. Like,
hello people, I have some exciting news. In 2 weeks' time, finally, series 3 of The Storyteller is coming out.
This is 2023, 25th of the 8th. Maybe she didn't have a TikTok back then. She started one since. So maybe she didn't have a TikTok back then. I don't want to get that wrong. Sorry. I just mean she's been on it for a little while before the Jay Slater. Yeah? Getting set up on TikTok. TikTok, which is bad, which is awful, and you shouldn't be talking on TikTok. It's rubbish. She got the TikTok on, yeah? And no one cares about her TikTok. 800 views for this. 800 views. No one gives a shit about Isla Tricura. 1,000 views for this.
When you got to Mile End.
Because they're bad TikToks and no one cares, right? And then during this recent Jay Slater case, she's platformed that break down the rapids. Like, he's a good one. Now you've got good TikTokers. Now TikTok is all right, and we can go on it ourselves as journalists and just talking to the camera like other TikTokers. And lo and behold, this did get quite a few views, these ones about Jay Slater, because people did care and are interested. Even though this one as well, 200,000 views for this, look. I filmed this to show the studio our live shot for Wednesday, but it shows you the Airbnb, the area director, to show the studio our live shot for Wednesday. What she means is, we went there and we prepared what we were going to film and where we were going to film it, and they filmed it in lovely cameras for the live shot, and I got my phone out and I filmed it as well, and this gets her 200,000 views, but the live shot from the actual cameras was better. So I don't know why this is valuable at all. It's not.
This is where we're going to do live.
Look at that. Just like, wee, I'm here, I'm on the telly, wee. Leave it to the camera people.
That's the Airbnb.
She's as bad as Paul Arnott.
And
This is kind of showing you where he could try and cut up and sneak up bits.
I can see better without your finger in shot, you nutter. Yeah, so she's as bad as Paul Arnott. That was a really bad piece of filming. Terrible, terrible filming. To be a TikToker that films things, you have to be able to at least film things a little bit. And like, she even got 200,000 views for that, which is a nonsense. But yeah, so her TikTok is awful. Now that people aren't going to still be talking about this, she ain't going to have much to say on TikTok. It's going to be a really interesting ride watching her TikTok, because she makes some really bad ones. Like, she's such an idiot, isn't she, really? Like, of all the people that have come to our attention through this, she's raised her profile. Like, she has raised her profile on my channel, and she's right in with the This Morning Bigger Payment Homes Nutter Watch lot as well. So Isla Tracure is now one of my celebrity nutters. She's such a narcissist. No one cares about your skirt, love. You got 1,000 views just. So look, yeah, these two videos are actually poetry, and I'm going to watch them and react to them. Oh, look, Missy Mel, thank you. Look, thank you. I could say thank you to that just as much as I can say thank you to the big one. Thank you, Missy Mel.
I dream about food every night.
Thank you, Missy Mel. It's nice for just a more reasonable super chat. Thank you. As I say to you, if you want to drip them out over like a bit of time and like, you know, drip them out, that, you know, instead of giving me fucking loads all at once, that is also fine. But I am very, very grateful for everything tonight. It's been like, that's been massive. Thank you. But yeah, I'm going to be reacting to those ones, and I'm going to do it as a super chuffer, but I'm going to do it on Twitch because I don't want the you know, obviously it'll get me copyrights on, like, she's probably going to copyright strike it. This Morning always do. I always win the appeal, but they always do. So I'll do that on Twitch, and then I'll upload it to Super Chuffer, because there's some real value in there to react to those. But yeah, she's on the list now. Rest in peace, Jay. May he be at peace. 1 cactus equals 1 like equals 1 prayer. It's so classy what she's done. My God, the Jay Slater case is really it's like the Nicola Bulley case, but there was a lot of differences. There's a lot of strange things that have been a bit different. We didn't even get onto Mark Williams Thomas today. Mark Williams Thomas successfully publicly threatened an innocent man into coming forward to help him with his investigation on behalf of himself, because he don't work for the police. Made sure that Jay, for all that we know about Jay, for all that you know about Jay, whatever little there is you actually know about him, Mark Williams Thomas has made sure that, you know, quite a lot of the people think he's a thief before he dies, or before he's, you know, pronounced dead and repatriated. A lot of people think he's a thief, a scallion, a thief. Mark Williams Thomas has contributed to that. So, if anything, you know, for the good of the family, we're happy that Mark Williams Thomas told everyone in public that Jay was a thief, for the good of the family, so that they can know that Jay Slater gets to rest with his name tarnished as being a thief. Whether he did steal a watch or not, whether there's any validity to that or not, lots of people now believe it. So that's good. No, wait, I mean, it's bad, don't I? I think it's bad. Bad. Did we get an answer to what we wanted to make a picture of Alan? Do you remember earlier I asked you what kind of picture you wanted to make of Alan? And I didn't read the chat at all. Did we get any sort of answer as to what you want Alan to be doing in the picture? Should we have another brown bikini lady? What do you think? Brown bikini lady. Playing with his moves, eating a corn dog. I'll put corn dog. I'll put brown bikini lady is angry with him. They fight over a corn dog. Let's see if we can get them to fight over a corn dog. Let's see what it gives us. Not authenticated. What do you mean not authenticated? What does that even mean? Hello? Oh, I'm not signed in again. Okay. Thank you. Authenticated. I'll authenticate you in a minute. Although I need to save these. I've only got 28 left now somehow. That's weird because I started with 100 today. But I need to save these because I need them for making a music video. Thanks PCTV. That's kind of like a bit on edge. I mean, I know that's a bit on edge. Can't say that. You can't say that. You said it now. I've removed it, but you said it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you think you'll like that picture? That's one of the best. It's one of the best. He had a real shower today, didn't he? He had a real shit show. I gave you some Paul Arnott as well. I wonder if there's anything else you want from me. I feel like Mel's absolutely slammed that kitty full of cash. So if you want anything else out of me tonight, tell me, because I might switch over to Twitch. What time is it? It's still time to go on Twitch and mess about on Twitch for a bit. But if you want another video react from me, and if I can think of anything that's good, I've got a little bit more left in me if you want. We're going to see the results of this dream machine in just a second. It takes a little minute to do the thing. Shall I show you another one that I've got lined? Shall I show you another one or two that I've got? Look, here's one. Who's this? Who's this? Look, who's this? Having a kissy? Oh, it's them. It's Mark Williams Thomas and Isla Tricure having a kissy. Who's that? Having a kissy, look. Mark Williams Thomas and Isla Tricure. So, don't say I never give you anything. In fact, I can make them two do a kissy, can't I? I haven't thought about that. Work meeting. The work meeting. Where I don't know if I've still got that video somewhere. Where's even the video? The work meeting video. She was in a work meeting. I've got a song about it. Got a new song about that. We should finish on a song. I'm hoping this dream machine's going to kick into gear and show me the new Alan very quickly. Should kick into gear and show me the new Alan very quickly, shouldn't it? Do you want another one of these two kissing? I love these two kissing. Let's all go to Tenerife and have a kissy. Look, Mark Williams Thomas and Isla Tricure, look. Is Isla Tricure married? Do you think me and Isla Tricure, I think what would happen is we'd have a chit chat, end up in a bar or a cafe or a bar. I'd obviously, offer to pay for a lobster or whatever. She'd enjoy that. Then I'm vegan, but I'll buy her a lobster, yeah. And then it's off back to the Airbnb to have a bit of a deeper discussion, isn't it, with me and Isla Tricure? Maybe Mark Williams Thomas has got it covered. Here we go. Here we go. Well, where's the fight over the corn dog? This one hasn't done anything. This one's been a waste of my credits. Look, it just slowly zoomed in. That's bad, isn't it? I can't get my credits refunded. That was bad. I feel like I've been cheated there. It did such a good job on the cactus earlier. I feel like I've been cheated on that one. Let's have another go. He is throwing cocoa drink around. That's what I want. I'm trying to make a music video for the Coco song. Thank you for the Coco, Alan. It's time to go to bed. That one. I'm trying to make a Coco video for it. So that's going to be another 2 minutes thinking about that now. God.
And
also...
Do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts. There be do's and don'ts. Let me just remind you that Alan said that Jay Slater was on Pico de Tidi, the centre of the volcano, right at the top, and that he would have had a job getting up and down from there in the dark because it was pitch black. And that Alan suggested that there were volcanic cactuses that erupt from underneath the ground like volcanic... They come up like cactuses. Let me remind you of that.
Original crew, dream shipping bank holiday. I was here, I've been there. I was here, I've been there.
There is a new song that we're going to listen to at the end of today on Sentries. I didn't link it yet, but I'm going to link it now if you want to get and see that before the end of the show. But also make sure you go over to Sentries, subscribe, and like support Sentries. I have won the Song Wars with Angry Eddie. With Eggy Eddie, I have won the Song Wars, and once you win a war, then what you do is you go and occupy the territory. So all this week and next, I'll be occupying the territory. I've still got loads of ammunition that I need to fire off. You don't think just because the war is over, these tanks are just going to go back? We've got loads of missiles to fire, so there's going to be more. There's going to be more. Twitch later. Do you think Twitch after this? Yeah, I think that's probably the plan, isn't it? We sign off here. I go on Twitch and I just talk random nonsense for a bit, maybe even play a video game because I'm still in high spirits. It's not even midnight. We can get a bit more in us, so that feels right, doesn't it? It feels like we've come towards the end of the stream now. We've done nearly 3 hours. If I hold on for 10 more minutes just to round it up. But no, we've got Luma Dream Machine, which is going to show us a new Alan. So we're going to have a look at the Luma Dream Machine, showing us a new Alan in just a second. Oh, the Dream Machine's going to show me a new Alan. And what was I looking for? Yeah, down the rapids, he's my new nutter. But he's not going to be doing so much nutty stuff up the mountain now, is he? Because they found him, he's up at the mountain. So it's going to be interesting what he does. But we've also got some of his old videos to watch. So that's going to be fun. We've still got some Down the Rapids to entertain us. We've got Luke's recent interview, which I've got to go through. It's an hour and a half. I've shown you one of my highlights already. But I've got to go through that and pick out some moments. Because I don't think I want to watch the entire hour and a half on a stream. But whether I do it on Twitch or whatever, we've got that. We've got Eamon Holmes' story to keep up on. There's loads of people on Nutter Watch. And Alan's back now, isn't he? Alan's back. So battery exhausted, strength to strength there. Over on YouTube, over on Super Chuffer. Boom. We have, I'm sure you've all seen these videos. You know, I'm sure you've all seen this stuff. But we've had quite a strong little week there with some quite interesting things. A little bit of diverse. A little bit of variety as well. Jay Slater, the Mark Williams Thomas, the Brian Harvey Ian Puddock thing. Jay Slater over there. And I'm confident in what's coming up on Super Chuffer, so look out for us on Super Chuffer. Yeah, things are just good. Things are all moving in the right direction. I'm really grateful. I'm really happy. I want to make sure to say thank you, and obviously thank you to Mel for like hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Thank you to all of you though for being here in chat. Thank you to all of you for the gifted memberships. Thank you to all of you for the tippies. Thank you for all of you for making this. You know, for being part of this. It's really clear that things are good. Good, isn't it? It's good. The Song Wars, yeah, I didn't really make a big comment on it, did I? Maybe I'll cut a comment for a video for the members. But ultimately, I've won the Song Wars, and I'm now going to grind my enemy into the dust. I'm just looking to see if... okay. Okay. Open video. Here we go. Because we've got this song about Alan and the Cocoa, so I want some Cocoa visuals, and we finally got one. It's a bit of a strange one. It's a bit of a strange one, but here's a cheerful good night from Angry Alan there. A cheerful good night from Angry Alan. I'll play you a little few bars of the Cocoa song to remind you of what it is. If I can find it quickly. And then I'll play you the Angry Eddie new release to sign off. And I'll remind you that we've got... The Song Wars are not over until all the ammunition is fired. So... can I find the Alan Cocoa song quickly? Tramadol, Alan Sleepis. It'll be one of these, won't it? No.
Snood, at first I just knew him as Snood.
That's Snood.
What's
this?
He's such a loser. Down thousands. Whoa, he's off to Malta.
Listen, I'd forgotten about this, so we'll play this for a bit because I didn't even know this existed. This is a mariachi band critiquing Alan about going to Malta.
He's off to Malta. That armchair detective is a busted flush. He's such a loser. Down thousands. Whoa, he's off to Malta. He's a gambling man. 100 different accounts on all the apps, all in Vin at Monroe, and even in the name of Scarlet, the man loses money in large amounts.
We could do a song maybe over on Twitch, but it is getting late. It is getting late, but maybe we can do a song over on Twitch. Big up Smell. I shouldn't say no, basically, should I? I shouldn't say no. But yeah, I'm not doing one here now. We're going to sign off here, and I'm going to get some food, and I'll be on Twitch in a sort of half hour, well, before midnight sort of thing, yeah, before midnight. I don't want to be too late, but, you know, after this now I'm just going to grab some food quickly, or something, like a sandwich. You don't need to know what I'm eating.
He's not a gambling man, he's a degenerate addict.
So to finish, one you haven't seen yet, because not many people have, because it's the new one over on Sentries. Eddie's Final Breakdown, Little Ed's Hell. It's got a music video to go with it, but I just shonked it together. Main thing is the song is 1,000,000 times better than any of Eddie's songs. Thank you very much, all you chuffers. Thank you very much. You be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty. Except you can't hear it because it's muted, so let's try that again. Thank you very much, you chuffers. You be good, and if you can't be good, you're muted.
Eddie likes to buy cans of dog food. He gives them names like Tina, Kath and Kim. He puts on an old Eurovision video. Then he opens up the tin and sticks it in. And he sticks it in all kind of things, because he can't get it up with a classy lass. And he would stick it in pretty much anything, given half a chance, so watch yourself. Sorry nurse, I'm back again, it's stuck. Can you please get this removed from the bell? I really need to get myself a foot. Instead I put my little head through hell. Sorry nurse, I'm back again, it's stuck. Can you please get this removed from the bell? I really need to get myself a foot. Instead I put my little head through hell. Eddie went to get himself a coffee. The Muffin Mods were watching him aghast. Eddie asked the waiter for a latte, then later tried to stick it in his pocket. Eddie with a pocket full of cherry Bakewell, stick it in as much as he can take. Get a super chuffer stream on, that's one thing he loves more than cooking cake. Sorry nurse, I'm back again, it's stuck. Can you please get this removed from the bell? I really need to get myself a foot. Instead I put my little head through hell. Sorry nurse, I'm back again, it's stuck. Can you please get this removed from the bell? I really need to get myself a foot. Instead I put my little head through hell. Sticking it in has never been so fun, and he's such a sticky sticker, don't let him get your knickers. We all know he's always thinking about the super chuffer. Sorry nurse, I'm back again, it's stuck. Can you please get this removed from the bell? I really need to get myself a foot. Instead I put my little head through hell. Sorry nurse, I'm back again, it's stuck. Can you please get this removed from the bell? I really need to get myself a foot. Instead I put my little head through hell.
I thank you. I thank you. I can hear the applause. I can hear the applause. I know. When the liberating army walks into the territory, they receive a round of applause when the liberating army walks in. Round of applause. Song Wars. Winner. Fucking winner. Chicken dinner. Well, vegan chicken dinner, obviously. So you be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty. The dog's barking now. Peter Folding must be in the garden.